We fuck it and we bowl. That's my saying. Uh, Forever.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. So my bit rate is fucking horrific when I'm trying to choose it, but now suddenly it's fine and it's good and it's working. I'm a
It's good
little
to get out and stretch
laggy
your legs once in
in
a while.
the
People aren't
game,
made to stay cooped up inside all the time.
but other than that, it's good. Damn, I hate this. Okay, so hi, I have a new microphone. I sound cool. I sound awesome. I sound better than my shitty headset mic. Yippee! But we're gonna be doing. Oh yeah, I forgot to say. Last stream I was trying to pull Kave. I got him. I got him. He's mine. He's level 70 right now. I can ascend him, to be honest. I can go get these really quickly, but I just don't really want to. Okay, I'm gonna say don't judge my artifacts. They work for what I want them to do, so. Also because I'm still trying to build his, Deepwood Memories stuff. I think I'm actually gonna change the set. I'm not 100% sure. Because I wasn't gonna build him on Bloom, but I think I am instead. He's on Wolf's Gravestone as well because it's literally my only 5-star weapon in the entire game. I mean, I'm so fucking lucky to have never pulled, like, that's the only time I pulled it, and it was on a standard banner. Well, obviously. But I barely pull on standard banners, so that's probably why. I was thinking of changing him to the Luxurious Sea Lord, but I'm not 100% sure. I also have the Rain Slasher that Sayu's on. I could swap it too, but I prefer the Wolf's Gravestone right now. What else do I even have? I didn't even know I had the Cinnabar Spindle. Look at all these guys just on their sorry, sign out. Sorry, sign out, didn't mean it. Yeah. Oh my god, that's why he wasn't doing like any damage, just because he was on the beginner's protector. I should have like changed him onto. I have the Favonius Lance, Talon, who tells on the Dragon's Bane. Um. Oh well, oh well. We're not here for that. We're here for Kave. That's all we're here for. We don't care about anything else. Oh, my nose is so bad today. Genshin is quite low. Hello, kitty! So, we're gonna do Kave's, story hangout thing. But I also have Technodi's, Sinos, Nihitas, and Baishu's unlocked. And obviously, is, I need the quest before it. So, one, and Baishu. But I used all up to get Kave's. So let's head to where we need to get to. This. No, that's. There we go. Okay. Off we go. I'm also not wishing today because, I'm saving up for Alhaitham. Because I want him. Is that not enough reason? I'm at like 70 pity because I wished so much for Kaveh. And the worst thing is that he's not even like, oh, maybe I got like a C1 Kaveh or C2 Kaveh at least. No, he's still just the your evil twins watching over you. Hey, brother.
I've taken a look at your proposal. It's much better than the ones you showed me before, but I'd still like to make some changes.
Oh, come on, not again. Isn't this the 6th proposal I've shown you? What's your issue this time?
It's a bit hard to put into words, but the design still doesn't look quite right to me.
I have to say, that's a terribly vague and unconvincing explanation. Please enlighten me. What would feel more right to you?
Based Kaveh.
For starters, don't you think this roof is jutting out a bit too far from the
No.
top?
It's fine.
It looks almost like the head of a fungus.
No, it's fine.
This door, too. I don't think it needs to be nearly this large. If you could reduce it to around my height, you could use the leftover materials to construct a few more rooms.
No.
The roof and the door are the most fundamental parts of a building. If we were to change them, then what would be left of the design?
So true, Kaveh.
Even if the soul of the building won't be lost, all traces of architectural style would be gone. Anyone with the slightest inkling of architectural knowledge would know to leave them alone.
So true.
Oh, I understand the principles of what you are saying, of course, but the truth remains that I'm still a bit unhappy with the design as is. Is there anything else that you can do?
I can tell you to be fucking happy with your design.
Oh, actually, I just got an idea. Can we get rid of all the extraneous sections on the roof so the whole design will just be one vertical structure, similar to that of a tree trunk?
What?
What?
I have the same mind.
Don't architects often say that symmetry makes everything more balanced and
No.
pleasing to the eye? This way, the proportions will be completely balanced.
But then that's just boring. There's no, like, there's no stylistic choices in that. It's just boring.
I really don't know how you managed to come up with such a ridiculous idea. Wait, don't tell me. Someone hired you specifically to commission me and put me through the ringer? Come to think of it, though, I really don't think I've gotten on anyone's bad side recently.
There's one person I could think of. I don't think he'd do that to you, babes.
Anyway, that's it. I will not be working on this commission anymore. Goodbye. Maybe you can find yourself some other genius who'll be able to satisfy your demands.
As you should, Kaveh. Yeah, turn him down.
Hey, young man, please
Oh,
wait.
yeah. I know he's going to get a drink. Honestly, he's like me, for real. If something bad happens, I gotta get some alcohol in me. These are the days that I'm thankful I live in the UK. I can drink freely and buy my own shit. If I was in the US, I'd be fucked. Oh, no, Kaveh. Sweetie, get up.
Taking this commission was truly the worst decision ever. Oh, hey, I wasn't expecting to run into you here. Actually, while we're on that, what are you doing here at the tavern? Don't listen to anyone who says that drinking is an elegant pastime. It's
Oh,
no good
shit.
for your health.
You're right, Kaveh. You are right. I followed you.
So you saw that, did you? Ugh, I thought I was in the clear. I made sure to double check that nobody I knew was around. Anyway, thanks for looking out for me. Honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm used to it by now.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be.
Stress is just an inescapable part of being a working adult. Boss,
You're not
I'll
wrong.
have a glass of wine. Same as last time. Do you want something too? I'll put it on my tab.
Your tab, you've been fucking out high
Wine
tab.
in a
Okay,
glass of juice.
Sure,
Coming
Kave.
right up.
Yeah.
I know you're already keeping a secret from me, but if you could add this one to the list as well, I'd really appreciate
I
it.
won't keep anything.
Arguing the client is
Me-
not a
me
good look
too.
for me. If word gets out, other potential clients might be afraid to work with me.
It's okay, I'll be your client forever.
That guy, though. What was he even going on about? All those ridiculous demands of his? He's just a blabbering fool trying to act like a know-it-all.
So true. He's like me. So much more honest after some wine.
Another glass, please, boss. I'm not leaving today till someone has to carry me out.
You've got it, sir. I gotta say, though, it almost feels like you're saying that every other day now.
Oh, I'm Kave. Kave is me.
It really is every other day that you'd run into a client who knows nothing about construction requirements or architectural style. If this was in the past, I'd never have gone through 6 whole drafts trying to accommodate the client's preferences.
Well,
But perhaps getting used to this just means that I've grown numb to it. I've worked on so many projects since graduation, and none of them have been approved at the first pass. I would spend a lot of time altering my designs, and by the time the clients were finally satisfied, all my passion and enthusiasm would be gone. It feels like I'm straying further and further from my artistic vision with every change I have to make. I suppose, though, that just sticking to your guns and completely disregarding other people's feedback would also not be a good thing.
yeah.
All of this makes for a real paradox, one that particularly crops up in my work, too. In the end, what is the true meaning of art?
He's
Should I
just a
see it
silly
as a
little
divine
guy.
gift of inspiration from the gods? Or an expression of the light of my own wisdom?
Here's your drink. How are you already spouting nonsense after just one glass? Your tolerance is usually
My
much
mom's just
better
like,
than
dude,
that.
what the fuck is up with you? Hey, are you fucking okay? You good?
Boss, what do you think is the meaning of art?
He's starting to slur his words.
The
No.
meaning of art? Really, my friend, who in Sumeru understands art better than you?
Well, I'm about out here being the biggest, like, cheerleader.
Anyway, I don't know about art, but I do know that I'm interested in business, and some patrons are waiting to be served. So, you'll have to excuse me for now. Just holler if you need anything.
What do you think, traveler?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Something that embodies the creator's efforts and dedication.
Exactly. So our thoughts
I'm
on
an
the meaning
artist,
of
I get
art are
this.
rather similar.
See, I get you. I'm an artist.
In Sumeru, and especially Sumeru of the past, the arts are not a popular discussion topic.
That's dumb.
Trying to talk about the arts is basically the key to killing any conversation.
Art is fun to talk about.
It's too bad that I'm not in my best form today. Otherwise, we could have talked about this for a little longer.
Kevin still looks dejected. Even the wine didn't help. How can I cheer him up? Maybe I should play it safe and just make a simple suggestion. Let's do something else. Let's do something else. Let's just scrap that shit. Let's go have fun.
Sounds great to me. I don't even want to think about this project anymore. But what should we do? It's probably not a good idea to just drink until I pass out here.
We're looking into another career. Give up everything you've done. Fuck that.
Huh? Where did that come from? I mean, it's not like it's some kind of secret. You probably already know some bits and pieces of my past. My mother is also an architect. I've always adored her drawings, and when I was young, I used to sit next to her and watch her bring all kinds of buildings to life on paper. You could say my interest in architecture just naturally grew with time.
He's a mama's boy.
Perhaps. In fact, I have also seen my mother argue with her clients, but she would always quickly find the motivation to return to her work. Unfortunately, I've barely had any contact with her since she remarried and moved abroad. Even if I wanted to ask her about her ability to stay positive after an argument, it would seem rude to barge into her life again over something as trivial as that. I did remember something else, though. When my mother left, she only carried some small personal luggage with her. She left most of the belongings in the house to me. At the time, she even told me that it would be great if I could learn a few lessons from her life experiences, so my life and career could go a little more smoothly.
Aww.
I hadn't quite come to grips with my emotions, and didn't really have it in me to go through any sentimental items, so I just packed anything with memories away in a box and haven't reopened it since. It's been a really long time. Now that so many years have passed, maybe I have finally developed the maturity I need to face those— sorry, I've had too much to drink and wasn't thinking clearly. You're right. I should do these kinds of things with the support of a friend.
I got you. It's okay.
Speaking of that, I can call you a friend
For
now,
what?
right?
Of course.
Either way,
What the fuck?
thanks for reminding me that I can invite you to come along. Had I just gone back by myself, it would have looked like I'm deliberately trying to keep things from you. Ugh, thinking too hard about the words is giving me a headache, so I'll just give it to you straight. Thanks to your advice, I have decided to put my current projects on pause for now, and spend some time trying to rekindle the passion for my craft.
As you should.
If you want to stick around and see how this will turn out, you'll be sure to encounter some bits and pieces of my past. Do you think you'd find that too boring?
No.
All right, then let's head back together. I mean, you already know where I live.
Oh my god, we get to go in there again? We've been in there like 3
Who
times.
knew that the day would come when I, too, would have some friends over?
Yeah, fuck your Alhaitham.
Let me see. I should have tidied up the place before I left the house this morning. Alhaitham shouldn't be home now either. He's usually in the records room at this time of the day. Anyway, there's no more time for drinks. I'll go take care of the bill.
No, let me pay. No, let me pay. Let me pay. I'm a gentleman. What the fuck? I hate Kave. He didn't let me pay. Ugh. Okay. We head over to his house for, what? The third odd fucking time? It's sickening to know that I know the way without having to look at this fucking path.
Sorry to interrupt, everyone. We finally have some real dream experts
Why-
joining us.
Why did I just get pushed into another quest? I don't want to do this!
Esteemed experts, in this way, please.
Oh my god, leave me alone!
They must be. Oh, I have a question.
No rush.
Leave me alone! I'm trying to get to Kave's house! Let me go!
My question is simple.
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm not gonna pay attention. Guys, I really want to talk to...
Wait,
I
why did
really want to talk to Kave. Please leave me alone.
I suppose?
Please
I
leave
just
me
wanted-
alone.
Looks like being an expert is next.
Oh, it's my turn.
Well? Hey, you're supposed to be helping.
I don't know what I'm helping with. I'm focused on Kave.
Oh, it's.
Why don't you just...
Well,
Oh,
no, it's fine.
yeah.
Oh,
Think about it.
you do have a.
Oh,
Girl,
my
please stop
turn,
talking
my
to me.
turn.
I wanna
bring the
leave.
souvenir
I wanna
box to my
leave.
room into my dream.
I dreamt of a raven flying.
Hey, no rush.
I wanna
One at a
leave.
time.
Please let me leave.
Their questions were way too difficult. We don't actually know anything more than they do. We're just more experienced. You do have a right now. Oh, and now that Paimon has said that, you know who comes to mind? Bingo!
I love Nita, but
Dear experts.
I really want to go see Kave.
Ah, but
Oh my god, it's Nahida. Nahida, please let me leave.
My question is, why didn't you immediately tell me about such an interesting place?
Alright, this is Nahida's story quest. Oh.
Huh? Not interesting events like a moment of dreams don't happen every day after all. No matter how busy things... Anyway. Oh,
I'm so sorry,
fair enough.
Nahida. I really want to go see Kave. I'm done.
Huh? What's wrong? You were all so excited a minute ago. Even so, and in terms of reputation and renown, you've also done many great things in Sumeru.
Yep, I'm
I don't
skipping.
want to
Sorry,
get
Nahida.
mouthy yet. I just want it to be another drop in the water, not the cold and restrictive contain. She's so Hey, it's
She's
alright, everyone.
She's just a
No
little.
need to be
She's
shy.
just a little girl.
All right, I'll give it a try.
Oh, it's the slime guy.
Hey, drop the nickname.
I see.
I guess I just want the sky.
So you want?
Because by the time this all...
But if that's the reason is,
Really?
I don't.
Huh?
That's right.
Well, of course, come to
Guys,
think of
please, I just want to get into Kave.
A new sense of it. You don't need to
I
become.
mean, into Kave's
I'll
house.
go and pick out a new hammer right away. Now, I should make one of my own.
Oh, fuck.
Thank you, great
I mean
Denmark.
his house. I mean his house.
That's our Nahida. Only you would know how to get right to the heart of the problem. Actually, huh? I gave him that after a moment. He
It took
started
me
to
a
smile.
second to realize what I
It
said.
really surprised me at the time. My guess is that the names on the handle were of important people to him. Is it Oh! Don't mind me, though. This is just my way of learning.
So
Hey, no
cute.
thanks, you two. That makes me feel a lot better.
No, please. I just want to get to Kave.
What should I...
Longing for the deceased. Even if you keep reliving those... If your wife were...
No, I don't
Damn,
know.
his wife's
She
dead.
even
That's really amazing.
It's almost
Damn.
as if my wife has a...
Maybe all of... Were there any...
I don't know. I really felt...
Huh. But dreams are... It's not that...
Yes, and it's...
I don't get why they can just put you into these, like,
I think I can
if you have
handle things
another
from
quest up ready.
here. You don't-
Oh, can I leave? Oh, let's go, Kave. Let's get the fuck out of here. Go home with Kave. You don't gotta ask me. Okay, I like how it says Alhaitham's home. It's like, this ain't Kave's. It lets you know.
Alhaitham isn't in, so feel free to sit wherever. I'll bring out the box.
Okay. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just didn't realize how much time had passed.
Oh, it's a pretty
The box
box.
is pretty dusty, which means it's already been a while since I've moved into this place. And many years since my mother moved to Fontaine. I'm happy for her. I hope she'll be
Aw.
able to find happiness there. She raised me all by herself after my father passed away. It definitely wasn't easy for her. Anyway, enough about that. Let's see what I packed into this box. What are all these things?
It looks kind of like... I was gonna say the Palace of Alcatraz, but it's probably just because everything in Subaru is the same color.
Oh, I remember now. This is a drawing I made in Port Ormos.
Oh.
Obviously, I wouldn't call it anything special now, but I was less than 5 years old when I made this drawing. That's more than 20 years ago. You could say it's pretty good for a child of that age.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's the only... I saw this part on Twitter already. Seeing that he's the only character that's like... One of the only characters, I mean, that has a distinguished, like, age. So he's between... He's like between, what? $25 to 30.
Now that I've said that out loud, I suppose I do have some level of artistic talent, right?
You don't sound as confident. Of course you have artistic talent. You can't be an architect without some artistic talent.
Criticism and self-doubt have always been a part of the artistic process. Without criticism, there can be no improvement. It's normal for me to question my
Yeah.
abilities from time to time.
I guess so, but everyone who does art, no matter what, you always have artistic talent. Like, I understand criticism. I criticize myself when I do art, but
I admit that I may have spent a little too long questioning myself this time around, but as you know, the heart tends to dwell on whatever it pleases. Anyway, never mind. The more I talk about it, the less confident I feel. Let's see what else we have in the box. Ah, my building blocks!
oh my god,
It's
building
been
blocks.
years since I've last seen these. When I was a kid, I used to stack them super high, and could even stabilize the tower to keep it from tumbling over. Oh, and this blueprint. I made it by copying my mother's sketch, and the aspect ratio was horrendous. It's still technically the first blueprint I made myself, though.
Aww.
I was super proud of myself when I finished it, and put it in the same pile as my mother's sketches, hoping she'd notice and compliment me for my good work. Unfortunately, my mother didn't realize that I had put it there. When she had a meeting with a client the next day, she handed my blueprint to him by mistake. The client was completely confused by this new blueprint, but apparently he felt too
Oh my
tongue-tied to
God.
question such a famous architect. It was only a few days later that he finally gathered up the courage to pay my mother a visit. He asked, "The door in this blueprint is even taller than the roof. Is this supposed to be part of the design?" My mother took me with her to personally apologize to the client several times. She didn't scold me about it in private, though. Instead, she
Aw.
went over all the steps required to draw a good blueprint, and was very patient throughout the whole process. I still remember it like it was yesterday.
He needs to contact his mom. Hi! Hey, welcome! I'm so sorry, I was so, like, entranced by the event. I'm like, I've been waiting for this for months. Oh shit, I dropped my mouse. I've been waiting for months.
Let's see, is there anything else left in this box? Huh. What was this again?
Why do you have a lock on a book? What is the point? Unless it was like a diary. A notebook with a lock?
Ah, this is my mother's notebook.
Okay.
She used to
Huh?
write and sketch in it all the time.
God, that's not what that says. You said notebook. This is diary. They're two different things. But okay.
When I was a child, I used to be super fascinated by this notebook,
And
and
now it
always
says
pestered
notebook.
my mother
What?
to let me read it. After asking her a few times, she told me that I could read it as long as I could guess the password.
Oh.
Huh. Wonder why she didn't take this notebook with her.
Oh, definitely.
Did she leave it to me on purpose?
Definitely left it on purpose. He wasn't just like, oh yeah, I just forgot my notebook. Oops.
If only I could. I never managed to guess the password. Hey, it's not a matter of
Even
time,
after
it's a matter of
years?
inspiration. That's what we need to guess the password.
Well, I'm sure the password has something to do with him.
Who knows? Maybe this time something will click in my head,
Yeah.
and the answer will just present itself. Let me think. I could tell what you were thinking.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Don't worry,
Kaveh.
I tried all the easy guesses a long time ago. I've tried my name, my
Guess I'm
father's
wrong.
name, my mother's name, my grandparents' names on both sides, and all of our birthdays. I've tried every name and number remotely related to my family. I've even tried stuff like love you Kaveh, take care, and yours truly. I've tried every cheesy phrase and well wish in the book, but this lock has refused to budge. I wouldn't try that route again. I have a hunch that it won't be that simple. Also, if she really did use something like that, she'd never hear the end of it from the folks over at Haravatat if they ever found out.
Oh, what's his Mama Haravatat? Or was it? No, because she would have been the same as Kaveh, because they did architecture. We can try asking some of her old acquaintances.
So we could find someone who was close to my mother and see if they might know anything?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, but who should we talk to for that?
Bro, I don't know. You're the one who knew your mom. I didn't.
My mother
Oh,
was
did
never really
I?
the one to be social. My father was the one with more friends, but all those connections were severed when he died.
Yeah, no, I expected that. I didn't think they'd still be friends after he died. They'd be like, oh yeah, no, I'm still friends with Kave's dad. Yeah, he's dead, but I'm still friends with him. We talk every day.
Let me think. Is there still someone at the academia who would know my mother? Ah, actually, there is someone. Professor Zaha Hadi. Huh, you've never really heard of her? She's a famous Gasharwar scholar and leading expert in formal garden design.
So she was
My mother studied under her as a student many years ago.
I was gonna say, if she wears a
Zaha
rabbit hat,
published
I'd be
many
so
works during
surprised.
her career, so I was able to learn a lot by studying her essays. If there's anyone who still remembers my mom, it'd be her.
True.
She's older now and is no longer teaching at the academia. But if I remember correctly, she spends most of her time around the Bimarstan area. Let's go take a look. We might run into her if we're lucky.
I love his little, like, actions that he does, like the little clicks, like, and when they get happy, like the little actions they do. Give me a sec, I'm looking around your house. Did you really? Oh, this is where he keeps the box. I love that little detail, so you can literally see where he keeps it. I'm assuming, out of all the rooms, I'm assuming this one is probably Al-Haytham's. This is like Kave's or some shit. Also, what I was thinking when I was, playing this last time, during the event, I was thinking, hey, where is their kitchen? They don't have a kitchen. They have a ton of fruit. They have a teapot. But where is their kitchen? They don't have one. I wouldn't think it's somewhere in here, because it's a one-story house. You can tell it's a one-story house. So where is their kitchen? Like, do they just not have one? Oh well. A question for another time. We'll find out. One day. I mean, to be fair, kitchens in this game are literally just, like... Kitchens in this game are just, what? A fire, like, and a pan. That's it. That's all your kitchen is. Did you... I want to see if any of them have any. No, they don't. You guys are... boring.
What am I supposed
Oh my god,
to
it's
do
Stignati!
now?
We get all
Forget
my
it.
boys in
I'll
this.
just head back.
We got all my boys in this.
Tainari, what are you doing here?
Oh, it's you. Good to finally see you again.
I was scared I got put into another quest. I was like, oh fuck, why is he here?
I came into the city to buy some experiment reagents, hoping to bring them back with me to Gandharvaville. But as soon as I got here, I noticed someone banging on Cyrus's door. You've all heard of Cyrus, right?
No.
He's an ex-sage and Sino's adoptive father.
Oh.
I was thinking about going over to ask what's happening. That granny over there may appear old and frail, but her vocal cords certainly sound loud and healthy as ever.
But that's her.
Granny?
Yeah, she's just over there. You can go check out the situation yourselves in a moment.
Oh no.
Kaveh, were you at the tavern?
Kaveh, have you been fucking drinking again? We fucking told you, Kaveh. We told you.
I had a quick drink or two. Can you still smell the alcohol?
Drinking in broad daylight. Really? You want to pass out by the road and get run over by a sumpter beast like some mindless fungus, huh?
It's just like, you're a fucking idiot. Please stop. He'd be okay. Tignani is like a really good friend, though. I would love a friend like him. He's like, he'll sass you, but he just wants the best for you.
And you, traveler? You didn't try to stop him?
Listen, we had a hard time.
You look like a wreck, Kaveh. What happened? Are you feeling down again?
Give me a second to quickly, blow my nose. Okay, sorry, I've been really sick recently, so if I sound really odd and off and I just sound like that's definitely why. I'm fucking sick.
You know what? I'm hosting a meal at Pardistii tomorrow evening. Do you want to come?
We had free food? Hell yeah.
Huh? Oh, I had no idea. Let me think for a moment. I'll come if I can find some time.
Kaveh, it's free food. Hi, welcome.
All right. Then I'll plan on reserving 2 seats for you.
Wait, huh? Like, you just invited me, and like... When was I included?
I'll be heading back to Gandharvaville for now. I have a feeling that argument over there is going to continue for quite some time. It might be best if we don't get involved.
I mean, like, I would've come, but, like, you could've asked me.
A granny who lives nearby. Let's go take a look.
Good luck, let's go look. I didn't know Sino had an adoptive parent, though. That's so cute!
So, plan on keeping yourself locked in there, huh? Fine by me. If you're not going to come out, then I'm not going to leave.
Damn.
My tomato was growing so well. It had all the potential to become the best tomato this year. And you cut it straight from the vine.
I feel like this is what I'd be like when I grew up. I'd be I'd be so pissed off if somebody did that to me. My prize potato.
I already told you I had nothing to
Potato?
do with it.
Tomato.
Why would I take a tomato that's still weeks from ripening?
Fucking hell. My brain is not in it today.
You'd have to be awfully green as an investigator to think it was me. You see, the word green here could refer to both the color of the tomato and the fact that your skills
Okay, so this is where Sino got his... Oh, shit. Okay. Okay.
Enough nonsense. Just come out
That's
and
where
face
Sino
me,
got it from.
coward.
Alright.
You're out of your mind. If I've actually done something wrong, then get a mantra and pull me out by force, why don't ya?
Get a mantra. Yep, my son. Go get him. Pull me out. Go on.
Oh, why you?
Professor Zahahadi?
And who are you? Oh, Kaveh. Fancy seeing you here.
It's whenever, like, an old person, like, you see them, like, having beef with somebody outside, and you're just like, oh, like, your old teacher, and you're like, hi, miss, and they're like, oh, hello. And when you see them in, like, a shop.
How long has it been? Come on, get over here and let the professor take a good look at you.
Oh.
Not bad, not bad. You've grown taller again.
Professor, what's going on here?
It's no big deal, really. A few of us old scholars got bored in our retirement and decided to put together a vegetable growing competition.
As you
At
should.
the end, whoever loses will have to go up on stage and do a performance for the winners. Which brings us to our current predicament. My tomato was sure to win until a certain someone decided they couldn't bear to lose.
They got a dog
Hey,
bark.
don't try to defame me in front of the kids. If we're airing out each other's dirty laundry now, then why don't we talk about you sneaking into Janat's garden the other night?
Oh shit.
Lucky for you,
These elders
seeing
got
these
hands.
youngsters come to
What
pay
the
their
fuck?
respects today has put me in a better mood. I'll let you off the hook for now. Come on, let's go. We'll take our conversation elsewhere. He doesn't need to be a part of it.
I sound
Yes,
sad.
of course.
Where? Oh. Whee!
Is Faranak still doing well?
I'm guessing that's his mom.
Yes, as far as I know. She left for Fontaine some time ago and started a new life for herself. She's still doing work related to architecture, though.
Ah, yes. I did hear about that. Did that upset you at all?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
She's already sacrificed a lot raising me as a single mother.
Oh.
That's good to hear. Your mother did struggle quite a bit those few years. It's probably a good thing that she found a new place to call home.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder if things were harder for her because she was so beautiful. People were always drawn to her beauty first, only to realize she had a sensitive and vulnerable heart underneath.
So what you're saying is Kaveh is literally just like a carbon copy of his mother.
She was still quite young when she first joined my class as a student. Beautiful and radiant with her golden hair, yet quiet and single-minded.
Oh, literally a carbon copy.
She seemed like a lass from some aristocratic house who was seeing the outside world for the first time. She had to make a lot of drastic changes in her life to raise you on her own.
Oh.
Even during her time in the academia, she was a thorough perfectionist. If she was unsatisfied with something she had made, she'd insist on redoing it, even if I was perfectly happy with it. She had many admirers, and they'd always fill up the first few rows of seats, hoping they could get closer to her sitting in the first row. If it were any of my other classes, you'd have found nobody sitting in the front. But every time I saw her, she was always in that same rigid pose. She'd have one hand on her forehead with the other clutching her pencil.
So a typical artist.
Her eyebrows would be knitted in a frown as she concentrated on the blueprint in front of her.
I'm sure she had many difficult moments in her life. How did she cope with the stress?
I'm not too sure. She never talked about such things with me. She rarely opened up to other people, you know. I do remember one time, though, when she got into a heated argument with a friend. She said something I found very memorable. She said, "True art cannot be understood, but as an artist, I wish some people could understand its meaning and value. If you ask me, that's probably the greatest source of pain for geniuses of their craft. It's extremely hard for them to find someone who can truly understand their ideas."
So he's literally a carbon copy of his mom.
So that's how it is. I wonder if the password could be... I tried both just now. Seems...
What are you trying to do?
My mother left her notebook to me, but it has
It's
a
just
password.
stuttering
and
again.
I haven't figured out what it is yet.
It really annoys me when I get
I'm trying to learn
that
more about her
happens.
so I'd have a better chance at cracking the code. Thank you for all that you told us.
It's the least I can do. Talking to youngsters like yourself makes me feel younger too. Honestly, looking at you now, I can see how much you resemble her. It's almost as if she's standing right in front of
This
me again.
entire story has just been me going, "Oh," every single time. It's so cute.
Your personalities are quite alike too. You're both stubborn and both a little awkward. Of course, I'm sure the similarities are mostly superficial. But so long as you continue to harbor those traits, you'll find a lot of difficulties in your work. I've taught a lot of students over my career, and in my experience, very few genius architects of Ksharawar ever found happiness for themselves.
To be honest, being an artist is hard. Architecture as well. You're adding math into the equation, like... I'm too gay to do that, dude. I see math and my brain just shuts the fuck down. I don't know what it means.
They would know exactly what they want to express and fight for it tooth and nail, which inevitably led to arguments with their clients. Some clients would choose to respect the architect's vision or just let the argument go because of the architect's reputation, but those are the rare ones. When Farnak first graduated, she was getting into arguments with her clients nearly every single day. I think it only got a little better when she met your father.
I see.
Oh.
But could he understand the designs my mother made?
No, I think they were probably beyond him, too. But despite that, he still stayed next to her, listening to her joys and sharing in her sorrows. Farnak had many admirers, but she ended up choosing your father. His support probably played a part in that decision.
So instead of understanding, perhaps all we need is just companionship. Huh.
Damn.
It worked.
Oh, was that the right password?
Yes!
Then you should be on your way, child. Find a quiet place and see what she wanted to say to you. Being the awkward person that she is, I suppose there were many things that Farnak could never say out loud.
But it's gonna be
Instead,
notebook.
she probably left them in her diary.
Oh no, it says
hoping
a
that they
diary
would
now.
make
It
their
says
way to
diary
you
now.
one day.
But apparently it's a notebook, but it's a diary, but it's a notebook, but it's a diary. But one
If you're
isn't.
ever in a mood to chat again, just come and find me here. You're always welcome.
Thank you so much, Professor.
Oh.
There's no need to be so
Take
formal.
a shot every single time I
I'll
go.
let you kids
"Aw."
go.
I wonder what my mother could have written about.
They all say Zaha Hadid's class is the toughest, but I think it's actually not too bad. On the other hand, though, structural mechanics is definitely a pain, no matter how you try to approach it. I doubled down and managed to get through it in the end.
I was gonna say, I'm really surprised they gave her voice acting. Like, I feel like this is the most in-depth, like, we've gotten around somebody's parent in a long time. Like, I think the only other one that's really in-depth would be Deluxe, Alice for Klee. And that's it, really. Other than that, like, nobody ever really goes into detail about their parents. There's probably a few others, but I just can't remember. Oh, and if we want to include fucking the Raiden Shogun.
I met someone special. At first, I didn't think much of him. But now, I feel very happy whenever I get to spend time with him. We decided to name our son Kaveh. I don't think a younger me would have ever imagined forming such an intimate bond with another person. Back then, I lived only in the shadow of myself, as well as that of the dream in my heart. The bad news came. And even though it's been several days now, I still can't bring myself to come to terms with what happened. My eyes are so swollen, it's hard to see. But I have to face reality. I still have someone to take care of. No matter what happens, I'll do my best to raise my son on my own.
Oh.
Huh? Is this a drawing? Seems like it was done by my mother.
Is that... wait... Crazy. I'm assuming Taknate's dad. Guy on the right, not far right, the one to the left of him seems like Al-Haytham's. I'm assuming the one on the right, Sino's, and this one's Kave's dad.
This blonde man was probably my father, but who are the other people in the picture? Huh?
So this
Why
entire
do a
time
few
they've
of them look
all
somewhat familiar?
been friends. They just didn't really realize. Like, even in the past, their parents were friends, and now they're friends. But all of their parents are, like, dead. Oh, shit. Well, Sino's parents dead, Alhaitham's parents dead, KAVEH'S dad's dead. Ooh.
From the dates in the notebook, she probably drew this more than 30 years ago. I hadn't even been born yet. Maybe we were thinking too much. Oh, there are a few lines written in the diary about this as well.
That's so interesting, though. I love how much lore is, like, literally bought out just in Hangout
The
events.
one who invited us to the gathering is a talkative woman. Including us, 3 couples showed up. There was also a person who came alone. The talkative woman introduced everyone to each other. She spoke really quickly, so I couldn't quite catch everything she said. But I also didn't feel like asking her to repeat herself. My husband seems to be friends with the man with long ears. I couldn't really join their conversation, so I've resigned myself to sitting in a corner and drawing in my notebook. I don't think I'd be able to become friends with any of these people. Especially that stiff-looking couple.
Yeah, that's definitely Hytham's parents.
That man is certainly very handsome, but he would constantly alternate between disjointed and serious ways of talking. His
Or
wife
it could
is a bit
be,
more bearable.
or it could be Sino.
We were not acquainted with each other to begin with, and I doubt we'll see each other again after this gathering. The ambiance of this gathering is surprisingly pleasant, however. Maybe my son will also partake in these gatherings in the future. I hope he'll be able to make many friends.
Who would have thought my mother used to attend that kind of thing? It seemed she was only good at talking about her own work, and found it difficult to join into other conversations. As a result, she often kept to herself and would be off to the side, drawing. There's more
Like
written on the
me.
back. Oh, it seems like it was written to me.
Kaveh. I was both overjoyed and distressed when I learned of your decision to continue your studies in Kasharwar. You are very talented, and I am confident that you will become an architect of much acclaim. However, the more talented you are as an artist, the more misery and anguish you may encounter. No one will be able to help you during your journey as an artist. But outside of your life as a creator, you can learn to form connection whenever you feel down. Seek out a friend to sit and have a chat. You can accumulate joy and fulfillment by spending time with them. The positive feelings you gain will get you through the long and difficult years. Never forget that companionship is the most important thing of all.
So that's the answer she prepared for me. She really thought long and hard about me and my future.
Well, you were, like, the one thing that kept her going.
Well, now that I've read her words, do you think I should accept Tainari's invite and attend that dinner at Pardis Di?
Will you not?
The thought definitely crossed my mind.
Bro, free food. Free food.
Although
Come
it'd be
on.
nice to get together with friends and chat the night away, I don't want to bring down other people's moods because I'm sad. Besides, don't most people hate the feeling of seeing their friends troubled and being unable to help? And what's worse, nearly all of my problems can't be easily resolved with some encouraging words or gesture.
Well, the thing is, though, like, if they see you sad, they're gonna want to cheer you up, so they'll just try and distract you by, like, whatever's going on in your life. That's usually what friends can do.
And don't forget, I'm also older than all of them. As their senior, I should appear to be a bit more responsible.
Normal for friends to take care of you.
You're not wrong, but I keep feeling like I haven't really helped them much in return.
You don't need to. Yeah, it's always fun.
Wait, do you mean it? You're not making fun of me, are you?
I am not Alhaitham. That's a surprise,
I've
guys.
gotten so used to sarcasm that I can't tell what's genuinely a compliment anymore. Wait, by fun, did you mean... You know what, I'm not going to overthink it. I'll see you tomorrow at Pardis Di.
Just take the fucking compliment, Kaveh. 8 until 4. There. Whee. Does it have to be? Yeah, it have to be. God, it takes so long. I wish it was like Zelda, where if you want to like go to the next day, it just takes like a second. Okay, now let's go to the right place. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Unfortunately, I have seen a single ending screen to this, and it is this ending screen. But it's a really cute one. I do really like it, so I didn't really care. I didn't really care.
Alhaitham also got my invite, right? Will he be
Bro, I don't
coming to
fucking
join us?
know.
That guy? He's never been a fan of social gatherings. I wouldn't get my hopes up if I were you.
Are you sure? All right then. I guess we won't wait for him.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, maybe we should give him a little more time. We can...
Oh, sure.
You still haven't told me, what's the occasion for getting us together here at Pardis DI?
We're celebrating the end of the first phase of
Aw.
Kale's studies. I wanted to thank you all for the help you've given her along the way.
Then where's Kale?
Studying.
She said she wanted to show everyone a bit of what she's learned, so
Aw.
she's still doing some last-minute prep at home.
Oh.
She'll be here shortly. Anyway, let's get started. To tell you the truth, I'm actually not so confident that the second phase will go as well as the first. The curriculum will become a lot more involved, and I'm worried that she won't be able to get through all of it. I was hoping we could brainstorm about it together before she gets here.
I knew this wouldn't be just a simple free dinner. Is that why you also invited
See, he thinks
Alhaitham?
it's free. He was like, oh yeah, it's free.
Yes, I thought it would be good if we could all put our heads together about this.
Fair enough. I'll put it on auto.
Anyway, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. What did you guys do when you ran into a problem that you didn't know how to solve? Or got assigned a project that you knew you weren't gonna finish on time?
Cry.
Never happened to me.
Okay, thanks, I know.
I'd just pull another all-nighter.
Okay, that's actually
You
what
two
I
are
would do.
hopeless? Does anyone have a more useful answer to the question?
No, because I kind of say the same as them, but I will take the choice.
Ooh, that's a good point. Confidence is the most important thing. Once you lose your sense of confidence, it'll become all but impossible to find the motivation to study.
This could be a potential direction. I have already redesigned the literacy curriculum, and I was originally hoping to ask Alhaitham for his opinion, but...
It's very simple. Instead of focusing on the amount of material you would like to teach, focus on the amount the student would be able to remember.
Wow, you actually showed up. I could probably count the number of times you've actually come to gatherings like this on just one hand.
It's still more than the number of times you've managed to get a proposal approved on the first try.
Damn.
As long as you're still aware. So, what made the difference this time? Are you looking to drink your sorrows away with some friends?
That's your purpose for being here,
Damn.
not mine. Don't project your ways of thinking onto me.
So you're saying the only reason you came
And
is
here
to
they
help
go again.
Tainari with his brainstorming?
Precisely. Kale will have a long road in front of her.
Hey, just to get one thing clear. Even if Kale manages to make her way to the academia, we cannot let her enroll in her Avatat. Kasharwar is obviously the best choice for her. She's been a trainee forest ranger for so long, she'll definitely be good with her hands.
What are you saying? Spontamad is the better choice. It's where I graduated from, after all.
Then what about Amorta? That's the Darshan her master actually graduated from.
There are only 2 other Darshans left. We might as well select all of them on her enrollment application.
You? I'm trying to have a serious discussion here.
Okay, Kaveh.
Traveler, you aren't associated with any of the 6
Oh.
Darshans. In your opinion, which Darshan would be the best choice for Kale?
Yep, that's for the future. Let's just focus on, the present.
Well said.
Thank you. I know.
Agreed. And my goal in inviting you here was to gather some thoughts on the execution of this second phase.
Phase 2 far exceeds Phase 1 in both curriculum complexity and the speed of instruction. I hope Kale has prepared herself for what is coming.
Hey, what are you thinking now? Please don't tell me you're planning on lending her those abstruse
definitely.
books from your home library.
Actually, I was thinking about lending her a professions guide.
Oh.
I'll make sure to write, "Don't become an architect" on the front page of that.
Don't you love your job? Well, it's stressful.
You're right. I can't deny that.
Is there another phase after Phase 2? What's the ultimate goal of all of this? Are we trying to prepare her for a job in the academia?
We don't need to think that far ahead. Hold that thought, though. I think my vegetables are done.
I'm telling you, that client had no idea what he was talking about. No matter what I did, he had something bad to say about it.
This is how I feel every fucking day.
Have you considered finding another client?
Well, that takes time.
They're all the same. I haven't had a good night's sleep for months now. Who do they think they are, ordering me to alter my design over and over again
Well, I mean,
just
they're
because they have
quiet.
some mora?
It's too late now to change careers. You might as well try to find some joy in the pain. Besides, you'll be getting up in the middle of the night to make edits to your own design even when the client doesn't request it.
No,
No.
that's not true.
Cheer up, Kaveh. I'll tell you a new joke.
We'll save that for the end, Sino. You can
Thank you,
keep it
Tignoni.
to yourself until then.
Whatever. I'm not going to use my brain anymore. Let's drink tonight to our heart's content.
I love the pictures. I love them. Yeah, this is one I saw, though. I spoiled myself. Is it not like... I was gonna say... I do love, like, that felt like I took so long on that. Dear Memento. I just pretty much went straight down the line. Like, so at Tavern Heart's heart, you can change it, but at a Dear Memento. Okay, we'll continue from a Dear Memento and see. Oh, okay, so being Kave's help. And this time I shouldn't be thrown into any stupid fucking quests along the way, and I can also skip the beginning of this.
Al-Haytham isn't in, so feel free to...
Okay, love you, Kaveh, but we're gonna skip.
Oh,
I love
nothing.
how I do love how it tells you
I
what
just didn't
options you
realize
have
how much
chose.
time had passed. I'm happy for her. Anyway, enough about that. Let's see what I packed into this box. What are all these things?
Is that a drawing?
Oh, obviously I would... Now that I've said that out loud, criticism and self... I admit that I'm... My was super. Unfortunately, it was only a few days later that he finally gathered up my mother. She didn't scold me. Let's see. Is there anything else left in this box? Huh. What was this again? This is my when I was a child. I wonder why she didn't take. If only I could. Hey, it's not a who knows. Maybe this time something. I could tell what you were thinking. I've tried my name. I've even tried. I would try that right. Yeah, you're right. Although I was everyone's life jerk, I just got an idea though. I want to rekindle the creative passion that I had before. Instead of trying to unlock an old notebook, why don't I take a walk around the... What do you think?
Sounds good.
I'm glad you agree. And let's start by taking a quick stroll around the academia.
Oh, I think, okay, I've also seen a little bit of this. I don't know exactly, but I know Alhaitham's in it. I'm really glad that they, like, bring more people into the, what's it called? Quests like this. Shows that a lot of the characters do, like, are friends with each other and, like, see each other on a daily basis.
Wait, you two! Just a moment, please! You're the traveler by mine, right? I thought you two looked familiar. People have been talking all about you. It's a pleasure to meet you. Do you have a moment?
No.
There's something I'd like to discuss with you. My name is Nabil. I'm a mantra in the academia.
Oh, have I been put into another quest? Have I been put into Sino's fucking story quest? No.
Currently, Sino's out investigating a case involving...
Okay, time to skip.
Large amounts according to research, using results also heard.
Nope, we're not gonna look for him. We are... Nope, we're not looking for Sino. Fucking, we're not looking for him. I've got my priorities straight, okay?
Of all the places in the academia, I remember this one most. When my studies got busy, I used to pull all-nighters here to finish my blueprints. Who doesn't miss their time at the academia? Life was a lot simpler then. We all had far less troubles. I created many designs that I thought were beautiful in the House of Dana. I drew whatever came to mind, since I didn't have to care about budget constraints or turning them into reality. If I had to give a reason, it'd probably be because I like the ambiance here. The academia also had a rule that allowed scholars to annotate any physical books that came across. As a result, the books here are chock full of scholars' wisdom across many generations.
Oh, we're just walking? Okay, let's go. Very slow. I don't like this.
Here, this is a great example. This book, History of Ancient Sumeru Architecture, contains some analysis
Oh, he
that I did
actually
many
gets
years
the
ago.
paper. Wait, that's so cute.
Huh?
What the fuck?
Why is Alhaitham's handwriting also in here? When did he ever read this book?
You probably read like every
I
fucking
guess
book
it's
in here,
probably from
Kaveh.
when we worked on that research project together. Anyway, he probably never cared to tell you this, but the House of Dana is where Alhaitham and I first met. I came here to do my homework, and saw him sitting by himself next to that row of bookshelves.
More Alhaitham and
A group of
Kaveh lore.
Ravakot scholars were chatting near him, but he looked as if he was too lazy to join them. There was a pretty stark difference between him and all the rest of them. It was my fault for feeling bad for him. I thought he must have gotten into some kind of trouble and went over to ask if he needed anything, not realizing that...
Not realizing that you were in fact the one in a whole heap of trouble?
Damn. Get caught red fucking handed, Kaveh. Well, he works here.
The House of Dana is a public space.
Yeah, and
anyone
public.
can come here, no?
But shouldn't you be at the records room at this hour? You're not here to watch me make a fool of myself, are you?
You think I would derive amusement from watching you fall into depression over your life's various troubles? If that's the case, then I suppose I must have been entertaining myself for years. I came here to pick up a few files. If your voice hadn't managed to get through my soundproof earpieces, I probably wouldn't have noticed you.
All right. I admit I was probably overreacting just now.
I don't know what happened.
Probably not when he's right here with us.
No, tarnish
As
it,
his
tarnish
senior, I shouldn't try to tarnish his reputation.
There was nothing embarrassing or shameful about it. When I was still a student at the academia, I once collaborated with Kaveh on a research project. A collaboration is usually beneficial for all parties, but due to issues with our personalities, we ended up going our separate ways before completing the project. We had a number of differences, and they remain unresolved even today. But there's no point going into that right now. The more important question is, why are you at the House of Dana?
As a senior scholar, isn't it my responsibility to offer my friend a quick tour and explanation of the academia's architecture?
I see. Then let me guess. Your next stop will be the pavilions around Razan Garden? Our famed architect sure loves showing off that corner to all his friends. Oh, and Kaveh, a lot of the books you annotated have been moved to the innermost section of that bookshelf over there. You'll have to dig them out yourself if you need to find them.
Huh? But why would you know that? Don't tell me you finally had an epiphany and realized that there's great virtue in respecting your elder's work.
Sure, if that will give you some self-confidence. Leave any words of thanks you may have to the ex-Grand Conservator. The last time he was here, he was complaining that he had received reports from current students. The main grievance being that the annotations are too long and difficult to read. As a result, the books you annotated have been moved to the back shelves.
What? But all of my annotations were extremely important. Instead of reporting me, they should have been thanking me for my service. The notes that I took, they couldn't have asked for a better analysis of those books. Okay, just you wait. I'm going to fix this right now. I'll dig all the books out and return them to the proper shelves.
Oh, we'll wait. Anyway, you were about to say he's feeling a bit down?
Yeah.
Put through the ringer. What an interesting phrase. I assume he used those exact words himself. He probably did suffer quite a bit, that's true. He always spends a lot of time editing his proposals, with the goal of satisfying as many of the client's preferences as possible. But the satisfaction of one client will not translate to general satisfaction with his work. Many problems in life can only be solved by a fundamental change of attitude. As the leading genius of Kshahrewar, Kaveh should have both the right and the confidence to reject any unreasonable demands. There are plenty of architects in Sumeru who are inferior to him in skill, yet far more irascible in temperament. What's more, there are plenty of people who look up to such individuals as paragons of staying true to one's principles.
He's gonna say like, oh, he's too emotional.
Clearly, his predicament is inevitable, since he holds other people's feelings as more important than his own. Of course, each person is different, and we should respect the paths that they have chosen for themselves. Admonitions will serve no purpose. People tend to succumb to familiar pitfalls, and this is especially true for those who believe it's their duty to carry more burdens on their shoulders.
Damn. It was actually quite nice to Kaveh. I did not expect that one.
Looks like you were having an enjoyable chat while I was gone. Were you talking about me by any chance?
Yeah.
What do you think?
What else is there to talk about? Surely no one would be interested in talking about the files that you were browsing through earlier. Anyway, you should take a look at this. Look at this comment on page 82. Dear Kaveh, thank you so much for annotating this book in such detail. It was a great help to me. See that? Now that's how a student should treat their seniors.
And it looks like you're already in a much better mood now. It really doesn't take much to make you happy, huh?
Me happy? I'm mocking that retired blockhead for being so full of himself. He understands nothing about the true beauty of architecture. When I can find some time, I'll have a serious talk with him about making sure these books are put where they belong.
Okay,
Why don't you
Kaveh.
just move all the books yourself? It's not like he hasn't cursed you out before. What was that nickname he gave you while you were in the academia? The
That's so
Urchin
mean.
of Kasharawar? Kaveh had a habit of scribbling and writing in all kinds of books.
Hey! You didn't need to bring that up. At least not when I'm still standing here. Oh, actually, I also found a really old sketch in one of the books over there. See? Doesn't it remind you of something?
Bro, I don't see it. I don't know.
Huh? Don't tell me even you don't get it.
Don't ask me. This is the time you specifically put aside to brag about yourself. Feel free to hoard all the spotlight you want.
You... In that case, allow me to explain. Although this sketch is a little abstract, you can plainly see from the road plans that this was an original concept for the expansion of Port Ormos.
We can also plainly see that the designer was a huge fan of this project. It's the project he loves to talk about the most, second to the Palace of Alcazarzaray.
If I don't keep bringing up the neat projects that I've done, how would anyone know that I was the one who did them in the first place? There shouldn't be any complaints about Port Ormos.
He's just proud of his work.
If I remember
Let him
correctly,
be.
the construction process was very smooth. Everything was made ready ahead of time, and there were very few safety concerns.
There are indeed no records of any complaints about this project. A most impressive achievement.
See? What did I tell you? Come on, let's take a stroll through Port Ormos next. I'll tell you all about the designs I made for the place.
Come with us.
No need.
Fuck you.
It's almost time to clock out for the day, and I don't intend on bringing any unfinished work home.
Suit yourself. It's not like you know how to appreciate artistry anyway. Let's go, traveler. I'll take you to Port Ormos.
Okay, we'll just teleport there. I'm lazy. To be fair, when he was like, well, how are people meant to know? I didn't know he did shit in Port Ormos. So, he's not wrong.
Port Ormos. No, I didn't design any one specific building. Most of my work here concerned structural renovation. Port Ormos had already existed since I was still a young child. It wasn't as large as it is now, though. It only came to its current size after a sizable expansion. I was part of that project. The arch bridge over there, for example. That was one of my designs.
Damn.
When I was first tasked with the project, I decided to reference the growth
He's
patterns
smart.
of nearby trees to split Port Ormos into 2 levels. My goal was to improve the overall utilization of space. We ran into a lot of issues during construction, but thankfully, we were still able to achieve the original vision. Residents can now behold all the ships entering and leaving the harbor from the vantage point of the bridge, while visitors can recognize the site of Port Ormos from a long ways away. I was still young and new to the trade back then. I could hardly believe that an idea in my head could become reality and remain in the world for many years to come. The true cornerstone of the creative process. The point about the design that will be ultimately used to judge its true worth. It was the first time that it became crystal clear in my mind. Once built, a building will continue to stand. Countless people will see it, and countless more will step inside it. Its final worth, whether it's good or bad, will be assessed by the countless generations of people that interact with the building during their lives.
I'm sure they... I think it's pretty cool.
You think so? I'm glad to hear that. But even with this project, I still had one small regret. My budget was tight, and I was unable to use the higher quality timber I had originally intended for the design. I knew that some concessions on aesthetics would be needed as soon as I agreed to a proposal that prioritized the practical functions of the project. Us creative types know better than anyone that most projects cannot be completed without a few regrets. Even the Palace of Alcazar's was not perfect.
You have no, but having no regrets would also mean you have no higher hopes for the future.
Yeah, you're right. I should learn to look toward future opportunities and believe that any regrets I have can be overcome in time. We've spent long enough here. There's still one last place I want to go, but it's a little far. Would you be interested in a quick trip to the desert?
I hate the
Great.
desert.
Most of my projects over the last few years have had something to do with the desert, partially because there's a special place there that I often visit. This is a rare opportunity, so why don't you come along and see it for yourself? If you ever feel down, maybe you'll be able to go there and feel better too.
Let's hope I can teleport there, because I don't have a lot of teleport places. Oh no. Okay, I'm good. Did he? No, he didn't build the pyramid, I'm sure of it. Unless he did. And just decides to prove me wrong. Which I'd be betrayed by. Oh god, that lag. Oh wow, I didn't realize how close Celestial was.
Time to go. Time to go.
God, I still need to do so much, like involving Samara.
Time to go.
A lot of things I haven't done here.
Time to go.
Healed a little bit. I'll probably do this one, and then I need to grab a drink. I don't have a drink, and I'm really thirsty, but I have one downstairs I can grab really quickly. So I'll grab myself a drink, and then I'll see if I want to continue doing KAVEH'S story thing, his hangout, or just go on to the quest. I think I might just carry on with his hangout stream for a long time today. It's just that my nose is really bad today, and I keep needing to blow my nose, or sniffling, and it's just, that's not the thing you want to hear when you're watching a stream, I'm gonna be honest. Having to walk here because I haven't unlocked it. I didn't even know there was a waypoint here. I guess I didn't see it.
Time to go.
Please let me just unlock the waypoint first. Please. Please. Yes! I'm gonna need to kill these also. Don't. Okay, once again. Don't touch my fucking artifacts. They work for me. And if they work for me, they work for me.
Quietly now.
Real life.
Scanning.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Come at me. Scanning.
Oh. Why do you leave? Okay.
Easy money.
I see a Sealy over there, but I'm lazy. I'm too lazy.
Who would have thought that so many primal constructs could have congregated here while I was gone? We won't be able to sit and talk peacefully with these guys around. Let's clear the area.
Okay. I'm gonna get a trial Kaveh. I've got a trial Kaveh. Let's judge him. Okay, he's already better than my Kaveh. He's already better than my Kaveh. Oh, I think my Kaveh has more crit damage, but not as high crit rate. To be fair, this is a level 88 Kaveh. Mine's 70. And he has higher, yeah, he has a higher crit damage, but really, really shit crit rate. I guess I'll use you, Kave.
Busted.
Sight clear.
Ow! Ow!
Wind strike.
I've been through worse.
Kave! What is going on?
Quietly now.
Can you like grip up?
Clouds high. The birds, things are about to get dicey. Gutsy.
Feast your eyes. Scanning.
I'm gonna be honest, my microphone is in the way, so I like could
Isn't
not
this
see my
place great?
screen.
I often come here to
I
clear
need to,
my
like,
mind
sit
when
up
I'm dealing with a
slowly.
difficult situation.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean. Everyone finds themselves in frustrating situations once in a while. Just take me as an example. My family life got shaken up quite a bit when I was young. I struggled in school, and I got into a huge pile of debt building the Palace of Alcazar.
He needs a hug. I have come to a
Ethan thinks that it's because of my
conclusion.
personality that I continue to live in the shadow of the past. I think it's also just a part of life. Plus, if I look back, I've honestly had my fair share of good luck as well. You could probably say I've followed in the path of my mother. Like her, I've gained a name for myself as an architect, built something that's seen as my magnum opus, and found many projects that others have entrusted to me to finish.
I mean, you also haven't completely lost your passion for life. He's still like building, he still enjoys his work.
Life is too boring when you live with no enthusiasm and passion. Only those who believe in the inherent meaning of it can capture the small nuances of everyday life and turn them into inspiration for beautiful designs. Of course, I will concede that loving something also means taking it to heart. So to an extent, caring is also a source of pain. If I didn't love my work, I wouldn't be so torn up about it all the time. But still, isn't this place beautiful? Despite the erosion from the winds and changing seasons, you can still perceive its past beauty and glory. With different landforms come different architectural styles. The desert's history has left it with few records regarding its buildings, so I often visit the desert to investigate things in person. The sight here has moved me ever since the first time I laid my eyes on it. I told myself that one day, I would also be able to create buildings that move others. My pain will one day fade into nothing, just as I reach the end of my life. But buildings are different. They are far more valuable than most materialistic things, and far more durable than human flesh. As long as there remain souls in the world who can decipher the meaning behind them, they will also have acknowledged me across the vast stream of time. If you were to ask me what art is, that would be my answer.
No, that's a Kave. I know.
You think so?
No.
But I feel I've always been like this. Remember that question I brought up before? The one about whether I should see art as a divine gift of inspiration from the gods, or as a product of my own existential struggle. I still haven't found an answer to that yet. But if art wasn't inherently paradoxical and enigmatic, then people probably wouldn't be drawn to it. Those who pursue art will be unable to avoid the pain that it naturally brings. Will often be floating on cloud 9 one second, and sinking in a mire the next.
He's
I'll
emo.
try gathering my thoughts again once I've found a way to define art in the first place. In any case, thank you so much for listening to everything I had to say.
You could talk about maths and I would still listen, and I don't understand that shit. Aww. My pain will one day fade into nothing, just as I reach the end of my life, but my buildings will endure. Aww. It's kind of like, so he's just saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking die one day, but the buildings I have will still stay here. But I'll still have an impact on this world. It's just cute. I love that. don't even know what's in here. I don't have clearance. Okay. Fuck you, Kave. I don't like how you built this. Die. I'm joking. I love Kave. I was about to go and tell Leeway. So what other ones are up just before I get my drink? Don't have any more from here. So will we just continue from Tavern Heart to Heart, I guess? I might as well continue it. I'll get some. I'll do them another day. As well, what I want to do is go into the shop. Get these, because it'll annoy me. And then these are back when? 6 days. I forgot who's next, though. Let me look it up, actually. Oh, okay, so it's reruns the next one. Okay, okay. So I still have quite a lot of time to save it for Alhaitham. Okay, we'll teleport back to Lambad's and I'll go grab my drink. Alright. It is hot today. Okay, I say it's hot, but a lot of people won't agree, but it's because I live in the UK, so give me a break, okay? Here you go. I'll let you stare at him while I go BRB. Oh no, I didn't want to change screens. I don't have a BRB screen, so... Okay, sorry, my BRB is in the way of Kave.
Not again.
And his tits, sorry. Okay. Here you go. I want star view. I want star view of him. Cause I'm the same. I'm the same. Okay, I'll be back.
The ability to appreciate beauty is an important virtue. My latest design's getting there, but there's still room for improvement. Better make my finishing touches before the deadline creeps up. Where's my key? Not again.
Makes me laugh every time.
Where's my key?
Laugh every time.
Not again.
Makes me laugh every time. Makes me laugh every time.
Where's my key? Not again.
Makes me laugh every time.
Oh, I have
Where's
like
my key?
thoroughly blown my nose
Not
and
again.
gotten everything out of my system. It won't take long for it to come back though. That's the issue. Like that's how sick I am. Anyway, let's go back into Wombats. I have my drink as well. Typical LucasAid sport for your not favorite, well, your favorite British jellyfish PNG YouTuber who makes their own art, plays on their bed on a laptop with a HyperX microphone. I doubt anyone else could be that. And if I'm not the only one, then I hope I'm just your favorite.
Taking this commission was truly the worst decision ever.
You got Kave. How we doing?
Oh, actually, while we're on that, what are you doing
I
here at
followed
the
you.
top? Anyway, stress is just an inescapable part of being a working adult. Boss,
You're not wrong.
do you want something too? I'll put it on my tab.
Wine in a glass.
I know you're already keeping a secret from me. That guy, though. Another glass, please, boss.
You've got it, sir.
It really is, but perhaps
So I'm
getting
guessing
would
this
spend
is
a lot
just
of
where we
time.
have to be
I
like-
suppose that all of this makes for a real
Here's your drink.
Boss,
The meaning of. Anyway, I don't know.
what do you think?
I have no idea.
No worries. It was just an offhand. It's been bothering me. He understands nothing about my design.
Okay.
And all the suggestions he made were as if he just wanted to
Oh, I forgot to
mock
take the
me.
BRB off my screen. I'm so sorry. I'm being a little goofy today. My bad. Oh, he understands enough about my designs and all the suggestions. I don't think he was intentionally trying to be difficult.
It is possible that I was just jaded by my frustration.
Most likely.
Well, given I'm already on my 6th draft, I can probably push myself to— There's no time to waste. The wine can wait until another time.
Okay. I think the like true hangout ending, sorry, this is really annoying me. I think the true hangout ending probably was to do with the first one that we got, because it was about him going out hanging out with friends. about his mom and everything. So I think it was the best ending you could have gotten. No, I want this one. It was so cute. I loved that ending. I want, like, okay, I really wish that we could just have somebody's parent playable. Oh, look, it's you. Like, don't get me wrong, I know we'll probably have
What are you
Alice
doing
playable
here?
in the future, but I want something else.
I've
I want
changed
Kave's
my
mom.
mind. I was overreacting earlier. Can we try discussing the project some more?
My apologies as well. Now that I think about it, some of my requests were indeed a bit unreasonable. If I choose you to create the design for my project, I should have a bit more faith in your vision.
Thank you for understanding. Mutual trust is the basis for good communication. Now that we've got that out of the way, I think we can have a more productive conversation. To be perfectly honest, your commission request has been the most peculiar one I've ever received. Even now, I still know nothing about the building's intended purpose. All I know is that you want to build something in the desert for public use. I am aware that overly specific requests will restrain the architect's artistic freedom. However, knowing nothing about the intended purpose of the building also means I have no idea if I'm on the right track. I've produced several draft proposals for you to choose from, and you've rejected every single one. If we don't get on the same page, it could be a decade before we can finally break ground on this project.
See, this is what you need. Good
I've
communication,
given this some
Kave.
thought already.
Good
I think
communication.
we can go with the general direction of the latest proposal that you just showed me. It's just...
Just what?
Putting the building design aside, can we get some less expensive materials for the floor tiles? Yeah, I know someone in the business, and the red bricks
Give me
he
a second.
sells can go
I
for
have
pretty
lost
cheap.
my septum piercing.
The timber here as
Oh.
well. We should be able to find some substitutes.
I was blowing my nose, and it came out when I was blowing my nose. And I put it somewhere, but I don't remember where I put it. Oh, I found it. I found it. Okay. There we go. Carry on now.
Please give me a moment. My head's starting to hurt again.
Alright.
Just please hold on for a second.
You're gonna give Kave like an early fucking death, dude.
So, let me get this straight. You want to reduce the cost of the project, right? But if we implement your suggestions, then I'm afraid we have to scrap the entire design. Architectural design cannot be neatly split into discrete parts. Any change to one part of the design will affect the quality of the whole thing. I decided to utilize high-end timber for this section because the weight-bearing structure requires the supporting materials to be durable and strong. Same with the tiles. Switch them out and the entire mural will have to be redesigned. More importantly, if we make such a change, both its practical functionality and aesthetic value will take a great hit. If all you need is a building with a roof that can keep people dry in the rain, you shouldn't have commissioned me. Many architects would be able to build you one of those while charging far less in commission fees.
Actually, please tell me.
Listen,
Are you
Kave's not an
absolutely
idiot.
sure that there's no room for any changes in this draft of the design?
He's blonde,
think
but he's
the
not a
most
himbo.
important thing for me is to understand what you would actually like to get. If you could tell me more about your vision, I might be able to work with the design some more. You are the client, after all. You should have the final say on how the project turns out.
I want to build something unique. Something quiet and warm inside. A refuge that can block out the world outside. I want all who enter this building to be able to temporarily forget everything that's going on outside of the building and just focus on their task at hand.
That's a bit more information than last time, but it's still extremely vague. To put it another way, every rich person who wants to build a mansion for themselves would request something like this. We've gone through many proposals, and this draft is already the cheapest one. Cutting costs by substituting building materials will not only detract from the overall effect of the building, it also won't save you much more in the grand scheme of things.
Thank you for giving it so much thought. Please give me some more time to mull over the budget. I'll get back to you once I've figured out a solution. I still have a few business meetings that I must attend, so I'm afraid I'll have to leave for now. You can just leave the proposal as is. I'll get in touch once I've given it some more thought.
And he's just gonna leave. He's like, peace.
I also have a similar feeling.
He's not going into detail on what it is, and it's like, unless it's something like it's for the public, why are we not allowed to know if it's for the public?
Is that really okay? I mean, what he does now is none of our business. He does seem really suspicious, though. He dresses like a rich person, but when you talk to him, he hardly sounds the part. That's actually pretty common. Not all rich people are spendthrifts. Many are just, as if not more, stingy than him. The more mora some people have, the more they love interfering with people's lives. Like constantly reminding you to pay back your debts, or hinting every other day that it's time for you to pay rent.
You can say it's Al-Haytham.
Actually, now that I think about it,
you can say it's
I'm
Al-Haytham.
not even sure this person really wants to work on this
Have
project
you noticed,
with me.
guys, have you noticed
Putting
in
his
every
vague
single
requests
fucking
aside,
one of his
he's
hangouts
still
so
finding
far
excuses to
mentioned
procrastinate
Al-Haytham?
even when we've decided on a
In
plan.
every single fucking one.
Who knows how long construction will take
Get
if he
him out
keeps
your
delaying
head,
things
boy.
like this.
Get him out your head.
We should find him again and get some
Come
clearer
on,
answers.
you're better than this.
The sooner
Come
we can
on.
break ground on this, the better.
He's mentioned him in every fucking one. Come on.
Huh? Where did he go? I could have sworn he went this way.
But I don't know. I'm not like, I can't tell like where people go. I guess I do actually have like elemental trace, and I could do that.
Hey,
but...
look! Isn't that Badawi? It sure looks like him, but he's dressed completely different now. What is he up to?
Didn't I tell you before? I'm not looking for more workers. Plus, aren't you a bit old
so
for
he's
physical
poor.
labor? If something happens to you, I
Relatable.
won't be able to pay for
I
it.
don't have money.
Oh, you won't have to worry about that. I grew up as an Eremite mercenary.
But he
and
got
worked in the
abs!
desert my entire life. My body's still in great shape. I don't have many talents, but I still have my muscle.
We can tell.
If you need someone to unload goods or drive away sumpter beasts, I'm your man.
You used to be an Eremite mercenary?
I know there are a lot of bad apples in our ranks, but most are just trying to make a living. We're not that greedy by nature, and we'll do our best.
I've been playing
given
for
a job.
some. To be honest, it's because I'm going really slowly through them, and I'm taking everything in.
I'm sorry,
Purely
but I
because
still can't take you in.
Kave's my
I
favorite
don't have any
character,
open positions
so
right now, and
I
don't
keep
have the
taking
mora for
everything
anything
in.
more.
I don't really give a shit
How
about this part.
this?
It's not Kave.
Why don't you try your luck somewhere else?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still gonna finish all
He
the
used to be
hangout
a member
events,
of the Eremites?
and then I'm gonna play the
Huh.
event. So
The
I'm
way
streaming
he
a
was
lot
dressed,
today,
I would have thought he
which
was
is
a
longer
merchant
than I
from the
usually do.
rainforest.
But I took a
Let's
break to
ask
get
him
a
about
drink, and I'm still a bit sick, so I'm taking a second to breathe. I'm taking a breather every so often, but this kind of a bit sus. I don't know
We
about
meet
him
again.
Huh? Why are you guys here?
because
That's what we wanted to
how
ask
did he get
you.
changed actually
Who
in that
are
time?
you? Why did you dress up like a merchant to talk to me about our project?
Come on, spit the
There's
truth.
no need for us to continue this project if you still want to keep hiding things from us. I don't work with individuals I can't trust.
Believe me, I didn't have any bad intentions. It's just...
Just
All
what?
right, there's no point hiding anything anymore. The building I'm trying to commission you for is not really a personal residence for me, but rather a library for children living in the desert.
Okay, that's cute.
A library? Funded entirely by yourself? Shouldn't this be the responsibility of the academia? I've heard that the academia will be looking to prioritize the desert with the allocation of educational resources and materials. It sent over a large shipment of regular goods just last month.
You're right. And I was aware of these happenings as well. I just figured what I want to do is a separate effort from what's already being done by the academia. The desert is too vast. Even if the academia spends a lot of effort trying to disseminate knowledge in those parts, it might still take decades, if not centuries, to reduce the educational gap that already exists between the two regions. And what's more, I don't know if the academia would ever reverse its stance in the future. All I know is that as a desert dweller, we should not wait passively for good things to happen to us. If we only did that, we'd never be able to stand up and hold our heads high.
Okay, give me 1 second. I put my fan on because it's really warm right now. So I just need to check if it's actually like going through my mic or not, because if it is, I'll just turn it off. But yeah. Okay, I think it sounds okay, so we'll keep it on. If it is annoying though, please do tell me to turn it off. I don't need it to live. I'm doing okay about it.
I don't have much longer left on this world.
Oh.
So I just want to use whatever time I have.
Okay, we're
to
getting
contribute
depressing.
something to my homeland.
But that's sweet. But why didn't you just tell us? Like, why did you feel like you needed to lie?
I didn't want you to know that I came from the desert. I've lived in the desert my entire life, and there wasn't anyone here that I could trust.
Okay, that's fair.
I figured I needed as much safety as I could get.
We are quite literally friends with an eremite mercenary. I don't get what you're saying. Then again, it's Kave. Kave's not friends with Dea.
To the point that you even disguised your identity? That's certainly taking playing it safe to the next level. Hold on. Don't tell me you've also been scammed before.
When I first came to Sumeru City, I brought a lot of Mora, hoping to find an architect that I could work with.
Sorry, okay.
Someone agreed to take on the project, and even took a sum of Mora from me, but then disappeared without a trace. After that, I heard that there are a lot of untrustworthy people in this business. Some would run as soon as they've been paid, while others would deliberately use expensive materials and take a cut of the construction funding.
Oh,
I spent a
so
while
they're actually just
collecting
really
information
similar.
in the city,
As in they've gotten
and eventually
scammed
learned
and they
that
just...
you're the most famous architect in all of Sumeru. I figured that you wouldn't need to make Mora by scamming people, so I decided to reach out to you. By the way, how did you know I was scammed? I don't think I've ever mentioned that to anybody.
Phase?
Just a hunch. A while ago,
I need to know what the
accepted an
phase
offer
is.
to work on a project in the desert.
Takes one to
and
know
was
one.
Also
There you
scammed out of
go.
a large sum of Mora. I ran into someone who was living in a pretty run-down house. I noticed a load-bearing wall on the verge of collapse, and suggested that I build a new house for him. He said that he had no way to pay for it, so I loaned him some of my own Mora, and told him to get some stone and timber from the local vendors.
He's too
Soon
nice
after
to
that,
people.
I found out that he had gone gambling with all the money, and lost everything, down to the last coin. And after that, he even borrowed Mora from me twice more, using a different excuse each time. I didn't even suspect him of any wrongdoing until he hired a group of mercenaries and tried to ambush me in his own house.
What the fuck?
According to him, I looked like an easy target because I was an academia scholar who didn't have any family or friends in the desert. What kind of person would just look at someone else and think, this guy looks like an easy target?
Those kinds of things do happen every once in a while, yes. Folks like him are the exact reason why us desert dwellers' reputation have gone down the drain. I must apologize to you on their behalf.
Oh, he seems
It's all
like...
right. You were also scammed by someone from Kasharwar after all. I should apologize to you on their behalf. Ultimately, neither of our experiences had anything to do with the desert or the rainforest. People who are new to an area are always easy targets for criminals. Yeah, you'll find both good and bad people everywhere. I can't understand the logic of those who like to take advantage of others, but I have to accept their existence as a fact of life. Anyway, I digress. Let's return to the topic at hand. Did you keep rejecting my designs because you thought I was deliberately using expensive materials to take a cut as a middleman?
That's what I was afraid of initially, yes. I eventually understood that you weren't out to cheat me.
I'm gonna do the new
But
event after I do the
unfortunately,
KAVE hangout,
still
because
don't
honestly,
have nearly enough Mora
I've been
to
waiting
pay
for the
the
KAVE
design
hangout
you
ever
proposed.
since he was announced,
I've done the
honestly.
math
Because I
and
knew
know
he'd
that
get
we
one.
should
I've
be
like
able to
almost
make
every
it
4-star
if
gets
we
them.
cut some corners.
But I will be
However,
doing the event.
after our
I can do it after this if you'd
conversations,
like to see it.
I can see that you're passionate about your design.
I think I
and
only
I'm
have
quite
2
fond of
more
the proposal
KAVE
as well.
hangouts to do, though.
So, I decided to try and see if I can afford your proposal as is. I've been looking for work every day, and in another month, I should be able to cobble together enough Mora to meet the budget.
By cobble together, you mean you're going to spend your entire life savings on this project? But then, what will you do if something unexpected comes up?
But he's
You
gonna
find
like be
yourself
like,
stuck
I can
with
pay
no
for some of
emergency
it,
fund.
but it's like, dude, you're
To
too
be
nice.
honest,
Stop
I
offering to
haven't
pay
really
for
thought
everything.
about that. I mean, when you've lived to be my age and something happens, you can't really call it unexpected anymore.
No, this
All
is the
I want is to
what I'm
build
doing right
this
now is the
library
new
before
KAVE
I leave
hangout.
this world, so that the children of the future would have some books to read.
That's just like
and the
us hanging
desert
out with
dwellers
him and
would be able to learn their letters
seeing
and
kind of
pick
what
up some
goes on
practical
in
knowledge.
his life, and like we've already done, I think it's 2 hangouts, and we learn more about him and more about how he is in his daily life. That's it, really. There is a kind of new area in Genshin. I wouldn't say it's new, but I still haven't worked on that yet. I haven't worked on a lot of the new areas. Even though this is around a year old now, I haven't really played for a year. But I am a Genshin cosplayer, so I decided to get back into it because I felt awkward cosplaying from Genshin, and I had absolutely no idea what was going on in it. So, and then
A while
obviously I
ago,
stream.
I heard that the academia had decided to recruit a number of exceptional children from the desert. Of course, this is welcomed news. But as someone who's spent their entire life in the desert, I still have a few concerns. I know the desert life and can predict what the problems will be. Many children from the desert have had neither the interest nor the proper environment to learn. So even if the academia would take them in, once they enter the halls, they might find themselves
you.
surrounded by other children
Oh, you
who
don't?
look
It's a
and
really
act
fun game,
very
to be honest.
differently from them. And as a result, they might become socially isolated.
Yes, I can imagine that. My father passed away at an early age. Even though I had a good number of friends during my years at the academia, for some time I still sensed many critical looks in my direction.
Aw.
I'm sure a child coming all the way from the desert will have an even harder time. But let's bring this back to the building itself. I think you said that you want this building to be quiet and warm, with its doors serving as a solid barrier to block out the sound and fury outside, and allow one to focus on the book in their hands. Building it according to the current plan will be quite costly. Even if I don't charge you any commission fees, I don't think we'd be able to keep it under your budget. Any ideas on what we can do?
No, I'm dumb. Why? Merchants? Different style? I'm not an architect, I don't know this. I'd say merchants could be quite good. I mean, there are a few merchants, but the thing is, the chances of getting scammed
Sponsor the project? You mean convince wealthy merchants to join our...
Yeah.
That does make sense. A library is a big project, and it's going to be hard to fund it with just a single person's Mora. What do you think? If we can find others to sponsor the project, we could potentially increase the size of the building 2- or 3-fold.
It's all fine with me, but where do you think
That
we'll
was
be
gonna
able
be
to
Dory.
find these sponsors?
Well, you're right.
Yeah.
If I really think about it, I'm not too familiar with many big-name merchants.
Dory.
Her? Hard pass. With her shrewd and greedy personality, she would never put Mora into something like this.
You built the Palace of Alcatrazar for her. Come on.
Now there's an idea. She probably won't say no if all she'll need to do is to make some introductions instead of spending Mora. Let's go and pay her a visit.
I had a feeling she'd be in here. Okay. Go find her. Oh, she's so far away. Oh, she's in... Okay, of course she's in her house. Come on. Oh yeah, so in case you didn't know, this hangout's about Kave, and he's an architect who lives in, the city of Sumuru City, and he got scammed a lot, and he has no money. So I'm the same. Listen, I got scammed on Animal Jam once. I know what it feels like. But no, he gets scammed, and he's a very nice person, so people take advantage of him. And he built this. He built all of here. Pray for Kave, for real.
Now here are some unexpected guests. What brings you to the Palace of Alcazar?
And he built the Palace of Alcazar for her.
I almost thought it must be that time of month again. Sadly for me, I must wait a few more days before I can collect my shiny Mora.
Hey, can't you think of something else for a change? You are literally living in an objet d'art.
Pray for me too,
and yet
yeah.
your mind is still fixated on nothing but Mora? What is the point of wealth, anyway? Is your happiness entirely dependent on your hoard of cold, emotionless Mora?
That's exactly right. Mora is extremely valuable, you see. If you don't keep your mind on it, your Mora may just find its way to somebody else's pockets. If you ask me, this place is still way too empty. Just give me some time and I'll fill it to the brim with lots and lots of Mora.
You're hopeless.
Let's just go back to why we're here.
So you have an actual reason to visit me? Alright, let's hear it.
We would like to ask for your help in introducing us to some merchants.
Merchants? Why? Is there some kind of business opportunity?
No comment.
Oh, I see. So you're just looking for someone to help you fit the bill.
I knew you wouldn't
yeah,
be
to add
interested
on
in
to
something
Kave.
like this. Still, you wouldn't refuse just making some introductions for us, would you?
Kave is stuck living with an old friend of his that he hates, but he can't move out because he has no money. I relate to that. I relate to everything with Kave. No money, stuck in a household you can't move out of. Damn. He's going through the rough. Listen, he has it worse than me. I'm pretty good right now.
Sure, I can connect you with some folks, but with every service comes a fee, you know.
Damn, of course she's gonna make us pay her.
Fee? You mean just for introductions?
Don't do anything for Mora.
Of course! Making introductions means using my connections and putting my reputation on the line. Why wouldn't I charge a fee for something so important? And since we've known each other for so long, though, I'll give you a huge returning customer discount. How about 500,000 Mora?
I didn't even think he has that in his bank account.
500,000?
Oh, he does, okay.
I guess that's okay. But why are you charging a fee before we've even secured any funding? That just doesn't seem right. Besides, by helping us out, you'd be doing a great service to the public.
I'm actually curious
Can't you
about
take your
something.
mind off your Mora even for just 1 second and focus on something far more important?
I want to see how much Mora is. actually done the math to see how much this is in real life, which is surprising. So 500,000 is like, sorry, I don't know maths. I'm so bad at this. So it's like, it's still expensive. It's like 4 grand. Yeah, it's still expensive. $1 million more is approximately worth around 5,000 euro, around 6,000 US dollars. So then obviously half of that, it'd still be like probably around 4 grand US dollars wise, which is a lot. Oh, you do? It could be my internet, to be honest, but we'll see.
Very well. Since you're so passionate about this project, I'll help you out and waive the introduction fees. Three of my business partners came by earlier today to discuss some things with me, and they still haven't left yet. I'll arrange a meeting for you, and just so we're clear, it'll be up to you to present your project and discuss any deals.
You know, I really like her hair. The design of her hair was like, okay, it's like my hair. It's like my hair. That's why I like it. I'll be truthful. I won't lie.
Thank you so much.
You can wait here. I'll bring them over to you.
Oh, she's gonna do it for us. Dory. I feel so privileged. I've almost finished my drink that I just got.
Speak with the butler if there's something you need.
I'm thirsty.
Let me think. Where did I put...
Dory gave us a brief introduction about the two of you. You are Kaveh, the renowned architect, and you are the traveler. Practically all of Teyvat has heard of you by now.
I just want to look around being like, oh, where's my phone? And I want to check what time it is. It's like 8. But I've been streaming since like 6 actually, so it's not actually been that long. How long is it now? Let me check. 2 hours exactly. Not exactly, 2 hours 13. You're back? Hi, welcome back. Okay, Sorry, I was just checking something. I think also him being introduced to the merchants in the Palace of Alcazarzaray is really smart because they can be like, oh hi, and he's like, yeah, I built this, look at this, you should invest in something like this, and you'll get quite a lot back.
To be frank, I don't feel like there's an obvious business opportunity here, but since Dory took the time to introduce you, we can spend some time to have a conversation. So, let's hear your idea.
You can sound a bit more enthusiastic about it. Come on.
All right, here's the situation. I've been commissioned to build a library in the desert, with the intended goal of allowing the desert dwellers to have more access to reading materials.
So it's a public welfare project?
Yes.
Correct.
Then the commission fees will likely be very low. You should be careful.
I'm not too concerned about how much I'll get for the commission fees, actually. I'm fine with doing it for free. I just want to get this project rolling as soon as possible.
He's too nice.
We're just a little short on funding.
So what? You can't possibly
shut the
expect
fuck
that
up.
we just cover the shortfall for you. Besides, what does a library in the desert have to do with us? If you want to build it yourself with your own Mora. Seems simple enough to me.
Hey, there's no need to be
Exactly.
so harsh. They are Dory's associates after all. Here, can you tell us a bit more about what we can gain from
this is
sponsoring
hard.
this project?
Naming rights is fine, but it's like, you don't look at a name and you think, oh, yeah, that person named it. Not many people are gonna remember that. But if get his client to advertise your business in the desert, more people will be interested in it. And they'll know of you, instead of just knowing, oh, that's the name of a library. What about both, though? Both seems like the smartest idea. We don't really give one about what the library is called. But you can also get not free, but you can get advertisement from us.
So we'd mostly be doing it for reputation and exposure? There is some value to that. It could make doing business in the desert a bit easier.
Well, just speaking for myself, I've got nothing in the desert.
Well, we don't want to talk to you,
I
typical.
also have a concern. It feels like there's not much to profit from in the short term. But in the long term, the reputation gain also doesn't sound like it'd offset the cost of the sponsorship.
This is why I don't want to go into business.
Then how about this? What if, instead of building a single library, we commit to an entire complex of buildings dedicated to culture
Yeah,
and
but it'd
education?
be more expensive.
Wouldn't that just cost more?
Yes, but in that case...
How
Mr.
smart, but you
Kave,
get
please tell
more
us what
back.
you have in mind.
I'll just give an example. If we were to build a library and a school near Aru Village, then the desert dwellers would gradually begin to migrate towards the area. A whole suite of buildings will be able to host more traffic, and thus drive the economic development of the entire area. In turn, that would lead to direct business opportunities. I've been to the desert several times. Although there are still many lingering tensions between the two regions, the amount of interaction has been steadily increasing, and in the long term, the desert will only become more and more important to Sumeru.
You do have a point.
Listen, I'd be convinced by him.
Education
easily.
in the desert is indeed an
That's why I
industry
should
that has
not be a
been tapped
businessman.
into. If we can be the first to place stakes in the area.
I guess.
And you just believe anything he tells you?
Typical, we don't
Even
care.
the greenest amateurs know that urban planning will affect population flow. If you don't believe me, you can ask anyone on the street to confirm it to you.
You...
Please only ask questions relevant to the discussion. Listen.
Wait,
We don't gotta hear
something
about
just
it.
occurred to me. If we're going to build a library in the desert, Aru Village would obviously be the best place for it.
It's one of the
But
biggest
it seems
villages.
we're not the
there.
only ones with our eyes on the village. I heard a rumor a while back saying a lot of land and buildings in Aru Village have already been secretly purchased by a big name merchant.
What?
What?
In
That's
other words,
news.
if we try to join the fray now, there won't be much left for us. If we want to build a suite of buildings focused on education and culture, Aru Village is the prime location. If we want to build it anywhere else, we'll have to deal with a far larger list of problems. It's not impossible, I suppose, but...
Then there's no hurry. We can wait for Aru Village to develop more first and get into the market for expansion to other areas.
But if you were to do that...
Is there nothing else to discuss? Great timing! I pretty much heard
I
all I
hate
want
this
to
guy.
hear. If there are no other urgent matters, I'll be on my way.
Yeah,
I'll
please
be off
leave.
as well. If you have any new ideas, please feel free to reach out.
It seems like the others are not interested in funding this, so no point in me doing this on my own. Let's revisit this another time.
Hey, guys, wait!
We messed up.
Oh, what
Oh,
can I
no.
say? I guess it went somewhat as expected. They are Dory's friends, after all. As soon as they heard that there's not much more in this for them, they lost all interest.
It's just business, yeah. People only want money, and that's it.
Yeah, it's just another day doing business with people. But I can never get used to that. Those people never think of anyone other than themselves. Looks like we'll have to figure out some other way to get the funding.
Is that it? We fuck up.
How did the
Okay,
meeting go?
no.
You want to talk about it?
Dory, have you been watching us from the fucking bushes? Come on, Dory.
Oh, where did all that passion go from earlier, I take it you weren't able to find a sponsor for your project?
Please don't tell me that you're here to mock us.
What kind of person do you take me for? Would the kind and generous Lord Sangama Bay really do such a thing? I will say,
Yeah.
though, I more or less expected this outcome even before I introduced them to you. You can try to talk up the project all you want, but the facts will remain the same. This project is high investment with slow returns. No sane person would put their money into this.
But this isn't just a business project, right? Also, if you already knew no one would want to partner with us, why did you still try to charge me 500,000 mora? You scammer!
You might want to remember who your creditor is before you start talking like that, Kave.
I'll pay back every last coin that I still owe you, but that's a completely different matter.
Alright, since you're so devastated about this, I'll set you up for dinner with another big-name merchant. In fact, I'll be inviting the most famous merchant in all of Sumeru, so I'll be counting on your performance.
What? Really? I would like to sincerely apologize for my attitude just now.
Okay, Kave.
So, where would we be meeting this merchant?
Follow me. Oh, I suppose both of you can come.
Yeah, I better be able to come. What the fuck? Are we just gonna walk? Go. You can walk. Go on, Dory. Have you following? Okay, come here. Okay, I can't walk next to Kave.
I just wish that some people would actually do their jobs.
Kave, you can walk. You don't know that.
This is the place.
You said you're going to introduce us to the most famous merchant in Sumeru. Well, where are they?
It's her.
You still don't get it, huh? The most famous merchant in Sumeru.
Huh? So you met yourself all along? Then why did you bring us here?
That's something I would do.
Well, I've given it some thought, and that complex of education and culture buildings that you mentioned does hold some promise. It'll be a pretty big Mora sink, and I'll have to fund it all on my own, but that's not really a problem for me.
Seriously? Where's this generosity coming from so suddenly?
The reasons are not important. What's important is that I'm willing to help you. However, you know just as well as me that once this project actually breaks ground, it'll start sucking Mora from my pockets like crazy. So, to cut costs...
I get it, I get it. I won't charge any commission fees, and I'll take responsibility for the entire project.
Splendid! Then let's sign the contract right away.
She's just like, okay, let's get it over with.
This way, the children of the desert will have some books to read. Their lives should improve a bit after this. Of course, there are a few things better than using my knowledge to help other people change their fates. I must thank you as well, Dory. I used to say you only cared about Mora, which might have been some prejudice on my part. Sorry for that. I will also try to pay back my debts as soon as possible. Now, let's have a quick discussion. Where
He's
would
such
you
a
want the
silly guy.
library to be built? That will be the most important building.
There's no rush. I'll provide you with a copy of the deed when we get back. You can just use the address on the document to find the lot.
Why does she sound so, like,
the deed?
Mean.
So hold on a sec. The person who has been buying up everything around Aru Village was you all along?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of suspected
Did
that.
I not tell you about that? Yep, yours truly has been buying up all the land. I must thank you for bringing your ideas to me. Before our conversation, I had no idea what to build on all those lots. So, from my perspective, this has been a great turn of events. I didn't put much in and easily got a lot in return.
But what about my commission fees?
Huh? Didn't you waive those yourself? I was just gonna say that to Kakas. We mustn't procrastinate and should start construction as soon as possible. But before I could finish my sentence, you volunteered to waive your commission fees and even promised to take responsibility for the whole project from start to finish. I am so touched, really.
This is also known as
obvious that you
Kave
used every
should
trick
not
in the book
speak
to deceive
before
me.
things happen.
You deliberately paused for a long time while talking about the project and kept glancing at me with that menacing look in your eyes.
Huh? You really think
He's
so?
too nice.
Well, the contract's already been signed, so there's no point in dwelling on the details. You know what? I'll pay for tonight's dinner.
Fine, I'll drop the argument on the commission fees. But since you said you're paying for dinner, I'm going to order the best dishes and booze this place has to offer.
As you
and
should.
lots of it.
As you should.
Tonight, we're feasting until I've recouped my full commission fees.
I don't think you can eat that much. Honey, I don't think you can eat that much. Oh, that's so cute. They look like siblings, honest to God. He's actually the third sibling.
Time to go.
Honey, you've been mentioned before somewhere, but I don't remember where. But I know you've been mentioned before. Are you? I don't know. Okay. So we'll look at this. I get more money. Or pay my gems for this. Oh, no. Is Kave's one? Yeah. Oh my god, it's so pretty. He can cook and build? Damn. Okay, so we have two more. And it'd be a route from here. A route from here. I'm trying to think, do I do this or should I begin doing the... You know what? We'll begin doing the event. I've been waiting for this event, since it was announced, to be honest, so... I think it will be quite fun. Because it's got 2 new characters in it as well, and it's got, like, 3 of my favorite characters, like, straight there. So, let's go ahead and do the event. I really like it because it's pretty much just bringing a ton of characters that you really like from different nations in fun. And then Fontaine's coming out pretty soon, so, and that's a new area for Genshin, a new, country, basically. But I've been playing Genshin since, God, when did I begin playing? Oh, well, I got put into the cutscene. I can't check.
What a disaster! I didn't even make it through the qualifiers. How'd you do?
I didn't do any better.
You got beaten by Timmy? What the fuck?
I've only ever seen him out there feeding pigeons. No clue how he got to be such a good card player.
I beat Timmy.
The
Come
next
on.
round's starting soon, right? Let's head over and watch the matches. I'm curious to see who'll win the grand prize.
Did you hear that? A grand prize! Sounds like they were talking about a card competition. They must be talking about Genius Invocation TCG!
So, for context as well, because, you probably don't know about a lot, just in case. I played it when it did come out. I think I began playing it, the 13th of October, 2021? Was it? I don't remember. But it's been a while. But the card game they're talking about basically it's just like, I don't know if you've ever seen, it's just like tabletop card game, really. That's all it is. Yeah, it was a long, long time ago.
Should be,
I can check very easily though, because all you need to do is go on to Lisa and it's actually, no, it's in here. I think. So there you go. Oh no, it's Amber first. Yeah, the 14th. And then I still played 14th of 2020, sorry. 14th of October 2020. So not long after the game came out. I think like a few weeks, maybe. And I pretty much, you can tell I played for around a month and then I stopped playing. I think the show's, no. So I got Tartaglia and then I got him, and that's how long my break was from November to June. So I didn't play from November to June, and then I just began playing more and more, really. But yeah, I've been playing since back then. It's been a while. You came out in September? That's crazy. I don't feel like it was that long ago, and I just recently pulled him. Oh, can you not? Shoot. Wait. Here you go. So these are all like the first ones I unlocked on the first day you play, because you get them for free. But then you can see I slowly began to unlock more and more people. I didn't get her until a bit later. He was also one of the first characters I pulled. Same with Bennett and Noelle. I only recently got him. Okay, it's been a year. But I got him a year ago. After 2 years of playing almost. And I still hadn't gotten him. These are all my characters. I think I lost the 50-50 with Kichi, and that's it. I've only lost... Oh no, and Kachin. I lost the 50-50 with these two. But Jean, I pulled her on the regular banner. I cosplay Hu Tao as well. I cosplay her.
Silly churl, Billy
and I cosplay... Where is she? Citrus. But I'm getting a Kave cosplay, so... He'll be coming soon. He'll be coming soon. Good enough. Okay, let's move back. go.
Time to go.
But yeah, this event is just gonna bring in a ton of new characters. Not new characters, but characters. Well, okay, there's a new character right now.
Wait, what? Am I seeing double? Do you have 2 tails?
Oh, that's cute.
Your eyes are working just fine. Yes, I have 2 tails. You want to pet them?
Wow, does it hurt when your tail splits into 2? Which one did you grow first? Oh, and what do you do when they start moving around while you're asleep?
Oh, well,
sorry if those were tricky questions. I've just never seen anyone
two
with
cats
2
meet
tails
each other.
before. Who's Diona chatting with? From her outfit, Paimon would guess she's probably from Inazuma.
oh, don't worry, kid. I'm sure you'll be growing a couple of tails of your own in no time.
Huh? You think I could grow 2 tails as well?
Sure, you're a yokai too, right? Your yokai power must be really strong if you can already take on human form. I was just climbing a tree one day when another tail popped out, just like that. People started calling me, Nekomata, I think?
Yokai? Nekomata? No. You got it all wrong. My ears and tail are part of my cat's line bloodline.
Oh, so you're not a Mondstadt yokai?
Mondstadt doesn't have anything like yokai. Is this your first time here?
Yep. Fortunately for me, the company I work for has been expanding, so I'm now getting the opportunity to travel to cities all over Teyvat. Oh, it's been such a pleasure chatting with you that I almost lost track of time. I'd better get going, or I'll be late for my next customer.
I love her. She's so
Diona
pretty.
of the Ketzline clan, your pickup is complete. Thank you for choosing Komania Express.
Great. Feel free to come hang out anytime. Do only yokai have tails in Inazuma?
Diona, you're the only cat I've ever seen. I mean, cat person. Cat's lion.
Hey, Diona! Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Hey, what brings you back to Mondstadt?
You're hosting a giant event. What do you think?
We figured it's been a while since we visited the Cat's Tail, so we thought we'd come and say hi! Oh, and by the way, who was that just now? Oh, she's a courier from Komania Express. They're an international delivery service operating out of Inazuma. Huh? Is the Cat's Tail doing international business now? No. A customer left some goods with us and arranged for Komania Express to pick them up. That's all. I didn't mind. You've been to Inazuma, right? Did you, see lots of yokai like her there?
Who's this? Wings on their back? What? What character are they calling about? I don't know if I'll cosplay her. My friend is. My friend's gonna cosplay her. She wants to cosplay her. So. And we know each other in real life, so. Yeah, who has wings on their back? I don't know anyone who can fly. Or could it be Sarah?
Right! But this is actually the first time we've ever seen one with 2 tails.
I know the fox is Yai.
Whoa! I'd love to go see for myself one day. Anyway, what were you two here for again? Did you need me for something?
Nope.
Oh yeah! Paimon almost forgot. Do you know anything about a tournament? Oh, you must mean the one being organized by the Adventurers Guild. It's a pretty big event. They even had posters imported from Inazuma. But I'm busy with things here, so, Got it! Well, with any luck, we'll win some more, and then we'll treat you to some yummy food.
Hell yeah.
What do you mean, luck? I'm the one who taught you how to play, after all.
We'll make you proud, Diona.
That's meow like it. Okay, you two should probably get going now.
Head to the Fountain Plaza. My boss usually takes a walk around there at this time of day.
I've just kind of used
We'll go there right away.
and to be honest, I'm a fan of quite a lot of the voice actors. So I like some places some places I don't like. Like it's really a 50-50. I also have really bad attention span, so I'll sometimes get distracted from what's on screen. And I can just put it on auto, and I can listen to it instead of having to read it.
Which should I choose?
I'm not lazy, I can't focus.
We might find you here.
Oh, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon.
I wish you could choose certain
It's been a while,
characters that you could
hasn't it?
have in
Let me
Japanese and
guess.
some you could have in like English.
We only ever come back to Mondstadt to play cards.
We do now, Paimon.
Really? I just assumed you were here to take part in the King of Invocations Grand Prix.
We did. We are.
King of Invocations Grand Prix?
Mm-hmm, that's the one. Genius Invocation TCG, the Adventurers Guild, arranged for venues in every... Mondstadt is already at the final stage, so I'm afraid you might be a little too late to get that prize.
No!
Oh, darn!
It's all right. There's bound to be a next time. This card game came out of nowhere and has already taken the world by storm. Who knows where it'll go next? The game's creators must be ecstatic with all the success.
They even
don't
made
you
it.
think? It's unbelievably popular.
Yeah, and it only gets more fun the more people there are to play it with.
Well, you may have missed the boat on the official event, but there's also an unofficial tourney organized by some players. Would that interest you at all?
Unofficial tourney?
That's right. With all the excitement surrounding the main tournament, players can hardly contain their enthusiasm, so they've set up an unofficial tourney aimed at a larger player base. You can sign up at any time and play however many matches you want. They even have pre-built decks for players to use. Oh, and the rewards are pretty generous too.
Prima gems?
Ooh, Paimon likes the sound of this. Thanks for the info, Margaret. We'll go check it out.
You're welcome. There are plenty of booths at the venue offering food and other fun activities, so it's definitely worth a visit. Who knows? You might even bump into some old friends there. Right. If there's nothing else you needed, I'll be continuing my walk now.
You weren't even walking in the first place, Margaret.
Paimon still thinks that with your abilities, winning the grand prize in the official tournament would have been as easy as pie.
He's the newly announced character.
Honorary Knight defeats foes and emerges as tournament champion. The headline practically writes itself.
Do my ears deceive me? Or do you two have some breaking news to share with me?
Whoa! Who are you? And why the heck are you eavesdropping on us?
Oh, sorry. Force of habit. I tend to keep my ears peeled at all times.
He's got a
Didn't even
smiley
realize I was
face.
listening in. Let me introduce myself. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird from Fontaine. I've been posted here to cover the King of Invocations Grand Prix.
The Steambird?
I have never heard of it.
The Steambird is a major news outlet headquartered in Fontaine and widely acclaimed all over Teyvat. We even have regular columnists based right here in Mondstadt.
Ooh, okay. Paimon's name is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. What was that you were saying about some breaking news?
Oh, looks like I've managed to pique your interest. Well, the truth is that my keen reporting senses are telling me that this competition will be chock full of huge news stories.
Huge news stories? You sure your senses are reliable?
So I need to sit up.
Absolutely. After all, I've seen it with my own eyes. There's a criminal who's been slinking
Huh?
around the competition venue, and his name is the Card Snatcher.
Card Snatcher?
Mm-hmm. He stole his opponent's cards when they weren't looking. I was about to try and chase him down, but the next moment...
Why would someone want to steal other people's cards?
Maybe he just wants to friend them off.
Whatever the truth of the matter, it's my job as a journalist to dig up all the gory details and turn them into my very own exclusive news piece. So, what do you think? Want to join me in my quest to uncover the sensation?
That does sound...
Are you kidding me?
Well, we're kind of
It's
the
a
honorary
no-brainer,
knight.
considering
Yeah.
you're the honorary knight who saved Mondstadt, the hero of Liyue who fought alongside the Adepti, a key player in the repealing of Inazuma's Sakoku Decree, and the redeemer of the Sumeru Academia.
Okay, point taken. Yeah, it seems like we've ended up
Yeah,
making
people
quite
kind
a
of
good
know
name
us.
for ourselves,
Oh.
huh?
She did her homework.
Yeah, kinda scary. Does she research all her new friends before meeting them for the first time?
I promise you, teaming up with me will be a great move for you. For starters, when my exclusive news article is published, you'll be credited as contributors. Not to mention that being in a news agency makes me pretty well connected. That'll come in real handy
I
if you're
really
ever
like her
traveling in
outfit.
Fontaine. And if you ever wanted to run an ad in the paper one day, no problem. I could make that happen.
That actually sounds genuinely useful.
Run an
What do you
ad to
think,
find our
Traveler?
brother.
Great! Then welcome to the news crew. I've heard that the Traveler always lends a helping hand, so it's nice to know that you live up to your reputation, but even nicer to experience it for myself. Now then, before we start investigating our card snatcher, I have one other small task to take care of first. That Mondstadt columnist who I mentioned earlier is a longtime favorite of the Steambird's readership. Management thought that a cash bonus was in order, so I brought it along with me.
Oh, so we're gonna go meet them now?
Yep, I have the address right here.
I
We
think
just
it's
need to make a
Kaya.
slight detour to drop off the Mora, then we'll be on our way. I thought you would have figured out who it is I'm
It's
talking about
Kaya.
by now.
It's
From what
Kaya.
I've heard, you're quite
It's
well acquainted.
Kaya.
Oh, it's someone we know?
It's Kaya.
That
It's
doesn't
Kaya.
narrow it down much.
It's
We know
Kaya.
lots of people
I'm on
in
it's
Mondstadt.
Kaya.
Never mind. Just lead the way, Charlotte.
I said it multiple times. It's Kaya. Come on. What? Oh no, you're running. I wanted to see what your vision is.
One of your rich friends, I'd assume. After all, you gotta be pretty
Kaya's
well
rich.
off to live in the city, right?
Kaya's rich.
That still doesn't really narrow it down. We know lots of people with lots
Oh
of
wait,
aura.
does this mean that we see Kaya's house?
I guess being a national
never
hero
actually
earns
seen
you
where he
friends in high
lives.
places.
Or no, this is more, ah, Mona's. This is Mona's house. I got it wrong.
Here we are. Wait here a moment.
Mona
I'll go
doesn't
hand
have
over the
money
cash.
though. Mona's poor.
Oh, so
Yeah, Mona's poor.
Who is it? Can I help you? Oh, Traveler and Paimon, what brings you here? And I'm sorry, I don't believe we've...
You must be Mona Magistus, the astrologist. It's an honor to finally
I
meet
got it
you.
wrong. My bad.
I'm Charlotte, a reporter from the Steambird. Your columns have been so well received by our readers lately that our management asked me to present you with this cash bonus.
she got Mona's full name and title right on her first try.
Ah, you must be Charlotte. Welcome, welcome. Please, just call me Mona. Gosh, this is a long way to come from Fontaine. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
No trouble at all. It was on the way.
Wow, sounds like your articles are a real hit with readers all over Tibet, Mona.
Have I never told you? Well, I've been writing my column, All Things Astrological, for the Steambird for a long time now. The chief editor wrote to me a while ago about the bonus. Thank goodness it's finally here. I was wondering when it would arrive. Thank you, Charlotte.
Oh, she's cryo.
You make it sound like you really needed this. Are you pressed for money, Mona?
Yes.
No, of course not. It's just that once I knew the bonus was coming, I reallocated some funds that I'd previously set aside for daily necessities and purchased some expensive equipment. That's all.
Classic Mona.
Aha! Perfect! Renowned astrologist, broken, starving. Do the stars really have all
Okay,
the
Charlotte.
answers? The article practically writes itself.
Oh, I beg your pardon?
It does sound interesting.
Mona's actually super rich. It's just that astrology research is really expensive.
Super rich is a bit of a stretch. Anyway, enough about that. What brings you back to Mondstadt this time,
I feel like
Traveling
Mona
Paimon?
and Kaveh would get along
Originally,
very
we
well.
just came to catch up with a friend of ours. But some things have come up, and now we're helping Charlotte investigate the case of the...
Speaking of which, will you be competing in the King of Invocations Grand Prix? Where it is that the prizes are pretty stellar.
I'm much too busy with my research these days to dedicate time to a competition. Besides, even if I did enter, there's no guarantee I'd actually win a prize, is there?
Isn't there? I'd have thought you'd be certain to win with astrology on your side. You'd know all of your opponent's cards ahead of time.
What do you take me for? No self-respecting astrologist would dream of abusing their beloved art for such crude purposes. Besides, it wouldn't be fair to the other contestants.
Well said. Spoken like an accomplished academic and a conscientious citizen.
Well, yes, obviously. Anyway, if past precedent is anything to go by, you're the ones who ought to be wary of what's around the corner. Especially if you're chasing after this card snatcher, was it? Sounds like...
Thanks for the offer, but there's no need. Relying on your
I'm really
astrological
shocked he's
skills
a
for all the
Cryo
juicy
user,
details
though,
would make
'cause
this story a
the
Mona
outfit is just
exclusive.
very
But that's not quite the kind of
red,
exclusive
very-
report I'm going for here.
Not cryo.
But don't you worry. They call it investigative
Compared to,
journalism
like,
for
some
a
other
reason.
people, it's quite
we
obvious
journos
what,
have our ways.
vision they
Alright,
bear.
well, best of luck with your
Like,
investigation.
Mona really
then.
doesn't surprise me that
Thanks
she...
again for bringing the bonus,
Hydro.
Charlotte. Do give my regards to the chief editor. I will, and yes, we should.
I think it's about time we started heading to the competition venue. The Mondstadt regional final should be starting shortly.
Very early game characters that look like they like their visions match. Like Kaya's match, Luke's match, Chris's match, Amber's matches, Lisa's matches. If you just look in the character archive, you could probably guess at what everybody was. Like, obviously Animo, Electro. Hez could be a bit difficult, but you'd probably tell Electro. There's also, you would probably think Electro, but to Cryo.
What?
This just gives, it's a red hair. This, she makes me think that she looks like she just looks like she, Animo. It's the hair. He looks like he's Cryo. He's a bit more confusing, to be honest. Doesn't really look like
Ow!
Pyro. This is obvious. This is also pretty obvious. Not as much. Probably think Pyro. Pretty obvious. Not too obvious. Pretty obvious. 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 I would say even in some newer ones, I wouldn't guess Kaveh was, Dendro. He was the new character. But I think some of them are obvious, some of them aren't as obvious. That's... I do like the character designs a lot in here, but oh my god, the cosplays. They are so confusing to put together. Oh, this is so pretty. It's got decorations everywhere.
Wow.
I should have walked
So
up like a
this is the
normal
venue,
person.
huh? Seems pretty lively here.
Who are we looking at? Why are we looking? You want a tomato? It's Kaya! It's Kaya! It's Kaya! Oh my god, it's Kaya!
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon, what a rare surprise. Did you really come all this way just to watch Timmy and me in the final?
Kaya? You made it to the finals?
Damn, Kaya.
What about your work with the
Get
Knights
that
of
boy.
Melonius? You better not be
He
slacking
doesn't give
off
one.
again.
Hey, come on now. That's no way to talk to a friend.
Exactly, Paimon. Shut up. Stop
Naturally,
back talking
I
Kaya.
wouldn't have considered entering the competition were I not already on top of my work. Enjoying a drink while playing a few rounds of cards.
You would
I
also
can't
get
think
along
of a
with
better way
Kaya.
to relax outside of work. Can you? Oh, just be sure not to tell Diona I said that.
Well, since you're in the competition, have you noticed anything suspicious going on so far? You know, like people stealing other players' cards and that kind of thing.
Stealing cards, you say? I'm afraid I haven't seen anything of that sort. Not while I've been playing, anyway. Why do you ask?
Well, we just this journalist from Fontaine, and she...
She's gone.
Huh?
Bye,
Where'd
Charlotte.
Charlotte go? She was right here, wasn't she?
She's like right there. I can see her.
Oh, I bet she snuck out to go find some tasty snacks for herself.
Journalist from Fontaine. Oh, you mean the one from the Steambird. I do recall seeing a Steambird reporter listed in the Knights of Favonius visitor log.
Yeah, that'll be her. She said that she saw a card snatcher at the tournament venue, so we're helping her investigate.
A card snatcher?
He's already gone.
How very interesting. But one question, Paimon. Are you
Just
sure
gone.
that cards are really what this snatcher is after?
Probably not.
Hello, everyone. Your attention,
And
please.
Jimmy's sitting there.
The final is about
Kaya,
to begin.
please beat him.
Now, let's give up.
Guess we'll have to leave it there.
Kaya, sweetie, beat him.
Let's continue this conversation another time.
Come on, Kaya.
Thanks, Traveler.
Go get him, Kaya. We'll see you in a bit.
I hate that kid, Kaya. Please just destroy him. Make all of his hopes like
So, Traveler,
fly away.
Who do you think is gonna win?
Come on, Kaya.
Yeah, Kaya's quite the crafty one. He must have some trick. Either way, whoever wins is bound to make headlines. Wait, speaking of headlines, isn't that Charlotte's job?
Yeah, but she's not here.
Maybe she got caught up trying out all the
No, I want to see if Kaya wins. Can I just jump on Kaya? Come on, Kaya. Kaya, win. Kaya, win.
I'm bringing my A game today, and I'm gonna win this thing.
Yeah, Jimmy, I beat you though. But Kaya, you better beat him.
Everyone's quite fired up. Whew. It's even making me a little nervous.
Kaya beat the shit out of that kid. Please. In the card game.
Charlotte, what happened? You just disappeared.
Oh, I just didn't want to bother you while you were catching up. But
Kaya's one of the finalists. Don't you want to...
I could churn out that kind of soft news piece in 5 minutes if I had to. Personally, I'm more interested in those two. From the moment things kicked off, they've been acting very strangely, like they're trying to stay out of sight. I'm sure they must be plotting something.
You mean there are two card snatchers?
Oh shit, two card
Keep your voice
snatchers?
down. We don't
No
want to scare
way.
them off. We need to wait until we've got something concrete. Then we can use my camera to catch them in the act. Huh? Wait, where'd the other guy go?
Don't take your eyes off them.
After him!
Do we have to chase somebody?
Huh? You seem like you've done this before. Do you spy on people often?
He's going. He's like
heading
Sonic.
toward Mondstadt's side gate.
Oh my god, I have to do a sneaky little thing. No, okay. Doggy! Oh shit, it's the dog! Oh shit, it's the dog! Oh shit!
Sight clear!
What? Yeah, dog! Oh, sorry. What's up, dog?
Now he's heading away from the city. How long? At this rate, we're gonna miss Kaya and Timmy's match.
I know, I want to see if he beats Timmy. I don't care about Timmy. I just want to make sure. Hi, guy. Imagine calling your kid guy. I would hate myself. I get what's your kid's name, and it's like it's like a 4-month-old baby, and they're like, oh, this is Guy. They're like, what? Yeah, this is Guy. He's 4 months old. Why the fuck did you name your baby Guy? Well, I mean, he's a guy, isn't he?
Oh, there. Looks like he stopped. Let's sit tight and see what happens.
I bet you they've noticed that they're following them.
Way out here.
So they've brought them away, and they're gonna attack us.
And now he's crouching down with his hands above his head.
He's doing a dance.
Wait! Treasure hoarders! He's in trouble!
He's doing a dance. No, it's a bait. I bet you.
Quick! We need to rescue him!
I bet you it's a bait. Oh, we just. Is it not a bait? Okay.
Someone save me!
You're not really good at this, are you?
Doing
You're just gonna... Yeah, what are they doing? Knights of Favonius, can you get on your job, please? Like, this is your thing to do.
Rise. Busted. Gotcha.
Scanning. Watch and learn.
Did he just do 72?
All right?
Or was I playing?
Oh, thank thank goodness.
Wait, I need to
I thought
receive
it was
that.
all over for me.
Those treasure
He
hoarders.
did? What
you
the
know them?
fuck?
They sure look like they were here just for you.
Okay.
Why would I know them? I was just out for a walk, minding my own business, and then the next thing I knew, I was surrounded.
Oh, really? Then why did they target you? It wouldn't be because of some dubious deal you were involved in at the tournament, would it?
Huh? A deal? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's a shame. You see, I'm a journalist, and I just happened to snap a picture of you and one other individual in the middle of a deal back at the tournament. I was only going to ask you for an interview, but that was before you caused all this trouble. And now you're feigning ignorance of the deal in question. Maybe I'm just wasting my time. Shall I just cut my losses and hand over the evidence to the Knights of Favonius?
I'm Charlotte.
Whoa. No, please. I'll talk. But you gotta believe me, there's no...
Wow. That was some serious bluffing on Charlotte's part. She didn't take any pictures at all.
Get them, girl.
Back at the tournament, I was approached by some random guy who said that he wanted to buy a card back off me. I said, okay, how much are you offering?
Really?
Nothing special. I just picked it up at the general goods store. It had a treasure chest design on it. I only bought it because it was dirt cheap. This guy offered me 3 times what I paid for it and handed me the Mora right then and there. I could hardly believe my luck, so I decided to head somewhere less crowded and check the Mora was real. That's when I ran into the treasure hoarders.
Did you ask him why he wanted to purchase this item from you?
No, I didn't. Genius Invocation TCG has been getting pretty popular lately, and some people will pay good Mora to make their decks look flashy. It didn't strike me as that unusual. But after I gave him the card back, he let out a sigh of relief and said something about, that's all the Mondstadt ones. Next stop, Liyue, or something like that.
Or something like that. He either said that or he didn't.
I'm positive. I
He's
know
probably just
what
trying
I
to
heard.
collect
That
old
I
cards.
don't know. But in the interests of your personal safety, I suggest you report all of this to the Knights of Favonius. After all, you weren't doing anything against the law, were you?
Wasn't doing anything bad, so you shouldn't be afraid to report it.
Right? Yeah, no, that makes...
We literally know the head of the Knights of Favonius.
Rare card backs.
Like,
Are you sure this?
Well, it definitely doesn't add up. You really think someone out there is going from nation to nation, shelling out huge sums of money for a few card backs bought from a grocery store? My gut tells me that there's more to this story than the card back alone. This entire situation reeks of exclusive news.
maybe this
Ooh, treasure! Maybe the card backs make a treasure map. You know, collect all the pieces, put them together, and they reveal where the treasure.
Who knows? But wherever this leads, even though I didn't manage to get a good look at his face, he was much more
try and do this a
From
bit
the sounds
quicker.
of it, we need to head to Liyue next, right? Paimon, wait. Shouldn't we check in with Kaya?
Yeah, I want to see who won. Kaya better have fucking won against that kid. And if you didn't, oh, I'm gonna be so pissed off. I know they're probably gonna make him lose. I know they're probably gonna make him lose because everyone fucking hates Timmy. Nobody likes him. So they're gonna make him lose, and then we're gonna be like, oh no, Kaya, you lost. And he's gonna be like, haha, it's okay. And we'll be like, no, it's not. We're gonna go kill Timmy's pigeons for you. And it'll be great. It'll be everything everyone wanted.
I hereby declare the winner of the Mondstadt Regional
What the
Final
fuck?
of the King of Invocations Grand Prix is...
Kaya.
Timmy!
Kaya, what the fuck?
Wow, Timmy won!
That's not amazing. Kaya, how the fuck did you lose to a kid?
I was beaten by the best. Timmy's a tough opponent. He had me on the back foot the entire time. It's all right. You don't need to comfort me.
And I'm gonna
This
call you
must
an
be the
idiot.
journalist from Fontaine you mentioned earlier. Charlotte, was it?
I saw this clip.
Enchanté. I'm Kaya, cavalry captain of the Knights of Favonius. I trust you're enjoying your time in Mondstadt?
The pleasure is all mine. Mondstadt's reputation as the city of song and freedom is truly
Oh,
deserved.
that's a nice scene.
The mood here is simply delightful.
I'm glad you're liking it. Oh, by the way, I couldn't help but notice you all rushing towards the city's side gate earlier. Did you find something?
No comment.
I couldn't get it off my mind, even during the competition.
Is that why you lost your kid, Kaya?
I see.
So, it seems we have an answer to Kaya's question from earlier. What the card snatcher's really after is these card backs. But we still haven't figured out why he cares so much about them.
Well, while I'd love to accompany you all to Liyue Harbor, I'm afraid I still have my Knights of Favonius duties to attend to. In fact,
That's
our
so
top priority
stupid.
right now is strengthening Mondstadt's defenses. Treasure hoarder activity has been
Okay, actually, that's
increasingly
fair.
rampant
We did
lately.
just like run into them.
Don't worry, we'll keep you in the loop if we find anything. In fact, if Charlotte's journalistic instinct is on point, you'll probably be reading her exclusive report in the Steambird before long.
Wonderful. Then I look forward to reading all about it.
Thanks for supporting quality journalism. Okay, let's take tonight off and head to Liyue Harbor tomorrow.
Oh, Paimon wanted to ask. See the two people on this poster? Are they the inventors of Genius Invocation TCG? They look so young.
Maybe, but very little is known about either of them. Whether they've been living under a rock this whole time or just aren't interested in fame, I don't know. But hardly anybody has ever seen them.
The poster's probably just an artist's impression to capture the general look and feel of the duo. Beyond that, I doubt it's very true to life.
Sounds like they're a couple of socially reclusive scholars. If Paimon were in their shoes, she'd be showing up to all the...
I approve.
I was reading up on the game's inventors before I came to Mondstadt. But I soon discovered that there's no mention anywhere of where they live or of any Genius Invocation events that they've attended. It's as if they've designed the game and then never played it again.
Either they don't want to play the game, or they're
I wonder if they'll show up at all.
Maybe, if you get lucky.
Oh, really? Well, that gives me one less thing to worry about.
Oh no, maybe my luck will run out soon. I've had a bit too much recently.
Anyway, our focus is still on tracking down the card snatcher. I heard Snezhnaya has an old saying. If you try chasing two rabbits at once, you'll only end up empty-handed.
Well, the Traveler and Paimon can always split up and chase one rabbit each. Oh, okay. Now Paimon's feeling...
You can always trust Paimon to know where life's priorities lie. If it's food you're after, I recommend taking a look at the nearby stalls. The tournament has brought quite a crowd, so there's a lot of fun to...
Sounds great!
Do we unlock anything? We probably can't carry on with anything. Bet. Oh. I love... Okay, I'm really impressed at how far some events have come in Genshin. From playing at the very beginning and seeing how events used to be, and now seeing events like with the art and everything. It's just, oh. What's this? Mondstadt seems troubled by something. Tell me something. Freedom from Mondstadt. Tell me something. Felix seems busy with it.
Where's my...
Oh, you're so silly, Kave. I've never actually met Mika in game. Fun fact. So this would be my first time. But I'm... Kaya stands around as well. Oh shit. I'm gonna end stream here because I'm feeling a bit unwell. I've been taking new medicine recently and it's working, but it's slow. It takes a while to set in and make me actually feel okay. But I'll probably continue at this event a bit later. I might stream, I might not. I just need to rest for a bit, let my body recharge itself, really. That's the reason I've not streamed recently, is because I'm just pretty sick. Getting used to new medication and just trying to find a nice balance with streaming and also making sure my body is able to work with everything I'm doing. Which is harder than you expect, honest to God. Dr. Kai actually.
Hey there. Something else you wanted to discuss? Don't worry, everyone's just fine. I actually managed to convince Jean to join me for a game, but we only got part of the way through before she was called away. But seeing how successful the tournament has turned out, and the game's really caught on late. In fact, some people have even given up drinking in order to keep a clear head during the game. I'm sure Diona will be sure.
Okay, now, I will here then. This is also my first stream with a new microphone. I forgot, and also my new background is really basic, but I'm making a new one actually go here for forever. But yeah, I'm just gonna go rest, a break, and lie down for a bit. But I'll stream most likely again tomorrow. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Thank you to everybody who has come to make, especially because I've not streamed in a while, because of my illness. I'm beginning to get better. It's slow, but I also got some really good news that I'm able to get surgery. So, it should be better soon. But yeah, things are looking up, and it's getting better and better. So yeah, streaming shouldn't be as hard for me, and I don't have to struggle over illnesses. But yeah, I might stream a bit later. I might not. We'll see. Thank you for coming. I'll see you guys all another time. Bye. 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 Bye.